Today we are raiding custom Magic the Gathering cards. That's right, a lot of people, they love their custom cards, including the Mirror Duplicator. This is a 5-mana 1/1. It should be called a Mirror Battlesphere as the creature type. Cumulative upkeep, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Holy cow! But the creature enters tap. So for 5 mana, we have a 1/1 that will duplicate itself every single turn. I think this has to be fair. It is literally just a 1/1. If you can't deal with this, well, I'm sorry. You deserve to die a horrible Mirror Duplicator death. Yeah, the Duplicator, but I hardly even know her. What? So anyway, for 5 mana, a card that enters the battle. It's a 5 mana 1/1 that enters tapped. I know a lot of formats where you'll be stone cold dead before you even cast the first version of the Mirror Duplicator. I guess it's fair. I bet you could be a little bit more aggressive on the casting cost. The copies can make copies. I don't care. Fine. Like, even if you get this out on turn 4, it comes into play tapped. Next turn, you make 1 copy of it, which enters tap. So you just have a 1/1 in play. And then the next turn, then you'll have 2 more, but you still have 2 1/1s in play. Like, I understand it gets like really exponential, but guess what? You get set to 0 if someone plays a board wipe, and it dies to anything. Like, it dies to Gutshot, for crying out loud. Dies to a very brisk breeze. Gillum says, a morning show? I thought Wednesdays were evening shows. No, the schedule, as I say every show nowadays, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 9 a.m., Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Get the schedules right. I think anyone using this will probably cheat it out on turn 1. I still don't think it's going to even do anything. If you somehow cheated and play in turn 1, well, first off, what are you doing with your life? You could have played like Archon of Cruelty, Atraxa. There's a lot better cards that you could have put onto the battlefield instead of a Mirror Duplicator, which does not duplicate on the first turn that comes into play. And you said, like, you could cheat it out and play, and then well, I'm not going to say they fatal push, but they lightning bolt it, and they path to exile it. It's an artifact! You can blow it up with artifact destruction. Literally does nothing. It's Scoot Swarm all over. I don't think so. Scoot Swarm, I think, is a very far cry from Scoot Swarm, especially since you have to wait the turns to get the more duplicators, which, again, enter the battlefield tapped. They're not very good at blocking. So, this is really fair. I mean, it's as fair as far as I can see. They can Pyroclasm. They can Anger the Gods. There's a lot of ways of beating this thing. They can Brotherhood end this thing. Put an end to this entire army of duplicators. By that argument, why use it at all, though? Exactly. I don't think this card is of any purpose or any use. It has no ETB. It takes a long time. Even though the duplicants can duplicate, it takes a very long time for them to get really crazy. They can't even block when they enter the battlefield. Now, if it came into play untapped, if you stuck any ETB on this, maybe we could have another discussion, but I have a feeling that this is pretty worthless. Is there a freebie section for today? Only if we hit our bingo targets. So here's our bingo card for today. You guys are responsible, and for every bingo that we get, up to 5 bingos, we'll give a freebie to the chat, and chat loves the freebies. They also like donations as well. Cumulative upkeep is a hard mechanic to balance out, and this one is a very flavorful one. I do believe cumulative upkeep should move in this direction, but like, this doesn't really hit the mark, in my opinion. It makes a lot of tokens. Hold on. Great. It's just cumulative upkeep, so it's your upkeep. With some Simulacrum Synthesizer. Okay. Well, still, I'm not sold. I'm really not sold by it. It's hell to check each duplicate. Dies to Pyroclasm. Absolutely. Dies to everything. Just dies to the first removal spell when it comes into play. All right, next up, let's take a look at... we got Vibrant Landscape. Very nice art. It's a land. As this land enters, choose any number of colors. You lose 1 life for each color chosen. Oh, you add 1 mana of any chosen color. This is a fantastic land. I think this is an absolute banger. I mean, it's like, sort of reminds me of, maybe not, it's like a pain land, but you pay the pain up front. You know what I mean? And then from there, from the rest of the game, you don't have to pay so much pain. Although those pain lands, they got an opportunity. Oh, so long, Toads. Thanks for dropping by. I had a very good vacation, by the way. The the blue-red shocker land. Oh yeah, isn't this okay? Maybe this is just a strictly better shock land. So you have the option to shock for 1. You have the option to bolt yourself for 3. Oh, that's interesting. So this is just a strict upgrade. I mean, strictly better. Oh no! So it's not strictly better. Sorry, there is a difference. With the shock lands, they can come into play tapped, and you just don't pay any life whatsoever. This one, you have no choice. You have to pay. If you want those colors, you have to pay the life. You ain't paying life. You get no colors. No type. It has no types, so no fetches. Yeah, okay. I shouldn't say it's strictly better. Okay, it's strictly worse. It's a different card. It's just a different card overall. This is going crazy with the Rowan Scion of War. Is it? Hold on. What's Rowan? Rowan Scion of War. Spells you cast this turn that are black and or red cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you lost this turn. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you do got that synergy. Lose life, turn on the Rowan. Yeah, that's great. I like that, Pedgeman. It is strictly different. And you know what? Being different is great. I love being different. Sorry, the pun was the Dragon, not blue-red land. Oh, gotcha. Why did you even play this land when I have a Field of Ruin out? Yeah, okay, well, maybe it's to force somebody to play that thing. It was still open to Goblin Test Pilot. Okay, imagine this: 1, 2, 5, 13. Oh, you're talking about the mirror battle, the mirror duplicator. No, don't worry, we don't need to worry about the mirror duplicator. Not a big deal. Okay, the Vibrant Labscape. I think it's a good card. All right, it's a land. Death Shadow goes crazy. Oh yeah, Death Shadow will really like this card. Also, you can sculpt your life total for near-death experience. The enchantment that says you win the game at your upkeep if you're at 1 life, so that also helps. Yeah, the Vibrant Landscape has some like weird niche utility outside of the fact you can just add some mana. Okay, we got this looks like an uncard, the Sword of Blank and Blank. It's an ad-lib sort of card. 3 mana for an artifact equipment. When this equipment enters the battlefield, you may exile 2 cards with different colors that are each exactly 1 color from your hand. You may exile 2 cards. So it's like we're imprinting on this. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and protection from each of the exiled card's colors. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, copy the exiled cards. You may cast them without paying their mana cost. This should just say imprint. When it enters the battlefield, imprint 2 cards. And you can also equip for 2. Can we buzzer this for reminding me about name stickers? I hate name stickers. I hate stickers in general. Islarv is like just asking the world, does anyone even know how the name stickers work? I don't. You put a gun to my head, say, how do these stickers work? I don't know. That's it. I'm a goner. Sort of cut and paste. I like that. That's very cute. It's just sort of imprint and imprint. I think the name is stupid because it reminds me of the unset that has name stickers, but it's basically just an imprint card. You may cast them without paying their mana cost. Oh, that's interesting. You can cast the exiled cards, which then that means the sword no longer uses those cards, and you don't get the +2/+2. It basically becomes worthless. Sword of Adaptation and Change. I love it. Great name. Basically, yeah, I guess the blank and blank was for the chat or the comment section to figure it out. Yeah. Do you copy the cards? Copy the exiled cards. That you may cast them without paying their mana cost. Excellent. Thank you for the correction. Okay, so the cards are... Well, that can be... Well, I wouldn't say that's super broken because swords are, like, really weak in the grand scheme of things. Swords are hard to cast. They can get destroyed. They're hard to equip. It's hard to attack with a creature and deal combat damage. So I think this is I think this is fine. In fact, I would go as far as to say I like it. Does this count as an uncard? It actually doesn't. It's got an uncard name, but it doesn't have an uncard ability. We're pretty far from it. But I'm 2 thumbs down on the name. 2 thumbs down on the name. I'm 2 thumbs up on the ability. I think it's pretty cool. Sword of Omniscience and Dragonstorm. Not quite. It's not that strong. Is this balanced by losing 3 cards in your hand too? Oh my! Oh, I didn't even think about that. That is such a possibility. It's not a possibility. It is a probability that you are losing everything. Yeah. The upside is you can cast copies of cards for free. The downside is you can get 3 for 1. Yeah, I mean, actually, I would even go as far as to say you get 4 for 1, because if you equip to a creature and kill the creature, then the card itself doesn't do anything. Like, so you have 3 dead cards on the battlefield. You could go all in on the Sword of blank and blank and get completely screwed. The Sword of yeah, there we go. The Sword of Gambling. We all know how much people love their gambling. Where's my I have a gambling sound effect, don't I? Where's my gambling sound effect? There we go. Yeah, I believe it's believe it's sorted by hot. I haven't refreshed though. And I may not refresh today because we're already so far down. Islarf, and you have to run an equipment in your deck? Yes. Well, there's nothing wrong with what's wrong with running an equipment in my deck? A lot of successful decks that ran equipment. So I would say equipment have become one of the weaker card types of as of late. They're really chunky. Also, very clunky. And for the most part, people play just creatures that act like a sword in the first place. Oh, I love that. The Sword of Risk and Reward. The Sword of Disruptible and Combo. Sorry. It does not have the same ring as Risk and Reward. I really like that one from Draco Devil Lord. Very, very nice. Okay, this card is totally fair. It's pretty good. Okay, next up, we have a super chat from the Damn Draws. The Scramble Grizzly. Now, if you're going to be like the Damn Draws, you're going to super chat. And you're going to... Oh, was it already there? I already had it selected. You're going to be like the Damn Draws and give me the name of your card. Join my Discord. Post a card with that name. Well, write the name. Let me look it up. Post super chat $5 and I will take a look at that card. Scramble Grizzly is a 3-mana 2/2 bear construct. Triggered abilities of spells and permanents do not trigger. Triggered abilities of spells and permanents do not trigger. So okay, so this is an anti-cascade card. I'm gonna straight up say that this should be 2 mana. And I think it would be I think it should be Grizzly Bear. How do I put it? It should be in Grizzly Bear mode. Like most of these, how do I put it? Taxing cards or prison cards are around 2 mana. Yeah, how is a bear not 2 mana? This bear is not triggered easily. It's okay. Triggered abilities of spells. Yeah, like Violent Outburst, like Shardless Agent, like the Cascade trigger. So it's actually fine, and you know, and then all the what's it called? All the Eldrazi that have cast triggers. I'm actually a huge fan of this. It was originally 2 mana, but people complained it was too cheap. Screw them. Then it's useless if it's not 2 mana. You know who complained to Damn Draws? It was the damn Cascade players that are like, hey, at least on the play, I want to be able to play my Cascade cards without the stupid Scrambled Grizzly getting in the way. So, but it can't. You could even die to Storm, for example, on turn 3 on the draw. You know what I mean? So actually, it has to be 2 mana if it's going to be doing anything. At 3 mana, the people who complained it was 3 mana, they're combo players. F them. We don't care about them at all. Yeah, and Eldrazi players complaining that they can't get their because also if you can get to Tron mana on the play on turn 3 and start, you know, playing creatures with cast triggers. So it has to be 2 mana. It like doesn't work at 3 mana. It's just clunky and too late. What is with the freaking satellite on this thing? Can it access every channel in every language across the multiverse? Would it stop Engineered Plague? No. Why would it do that? Engineered Plague is not a triggered ability. It's just an enchantment, right? Make it 2 mana and flash. Well, I don't know if it needs flash. It's going a little far, I would say. It's great with Lotus Field. Oh, 2 mana, then you play Lotus Field, triggered abilities of permanence. But you know what? There's already cards that work with Lotus Field. I think there's already like a 2 mana card that enables Lotus Field. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there is, so it's not too bad. Nikachu, you're missing your custom reminder text at the bottom of your screen about 2 cards. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, the rules. You know, the thing is, I use this overlay for some other shows, and then I have to remove the $5 card thing. Thanks so much for reminding me, so that people don't go crazy. There's a lot of people that they will pay me $100. There's some people they'll pay a few $100s to get all their cards. Yeah, Hushbringer. That's what I was thinking of. You know, there's Hushbringer out there. Who said this thing can't be 3 mana? Of course it can be 3. Sorry. Who said it can't be 2 mana? Of course it can be 2 mana. 3 mana is crazy. 3 mana makes it unplayable. Just strictly unplayable. Okay. So I love this card at 2 mana, not at 3, which means that I improved a card, right? You can put that on the bingo card. Nikachu improves a card because I have to. It becomes worthless. I'll tell you what's not worthless, and that is today's sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to get my Magic the Gathering cards. You custom players, you love creativity. So be as creative as you want, buying as many cards as you need from FusionGamingOnline.com, especially from the latest sets. Secrets of Strixhaven will have you deck building crazy. Be prepared with your prepared cards at the Secrets of Strixhaven set. And don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And of course, it supports the channel. Thank you very much, everyone who supports the channel by using FusionGamingOnline.com. Okay, next up. Okay, hold on. Pedgeman says Pedgeman has a card. Okay, I'm gonna refresh at HOTS. What is going on here? This is like a it's, how do I explain? It doesn't even look like a Magic card. It looks like maybe a Pokemon card. Is that the idea? Okay, we do have blue and red mana symbols up here. 4 mana for the legendary Spamtum and E Nasir GX tag team. It's got Cleave for 6 mana. Ugh, why do we have Cleave? You have brackets? I hate this card already. My eyes. My beautiful eyes. I know what. It's Pokemon card design. You know, if you're gonna make a Pokemon card design, please leave out Cleave. The card is a bit awkward to look at in the first place. Okay, when Spamtum and E Nasir GX enters, you and each opponent create 3 tap treasure tokens. Whenever an artifact is sacrificed for the first time each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Spamtum and E Nasir, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Then investigate. So it has the brackets are and each opponent. Okay, so otherwise we would create 3 treasure tokens and they enter the battlefield untapped. And then it's got Special Deal GX for 6 mana. For each opponent, gain control of up to 1 target artifact that player controls. Then they create a copper tablet token. You can't use more than 1 GX ability in a game. I don't even know what a copper tablet token is. I thought GX... what is it? Maybe it is. I think... No, at the very least, Pokemon has these, like... They emphasize a card is more powerful with some... Like, with GX, EX, VG, I think. GX was the second Yu-Gi-Oh series, but it's not a card type. Other TCG adaptation bingo card. Is this even from a TCG? Who is Spamtum and E Nasir? I'm gonna look it up. Spamtum and E Nasir. The only thing that comes up is this custom card. I don't know who they are. They're definitely not like from another card game though. Lore E. Nasir was apparently a Sumerian copper merchant at the dawn of history. It was known from a customer complaint for terrible quality copper. Crap copper around here. What do you want? It made out of gold? Make it out of steel, I guess. So yeah, the copper tablet token doing nothing is lore accurate. It's just a weird lore. E. Nasir is the copper dealer, something that scammed people. Okay, Spamtum is at least. Spamtum is Deltarune. That's not a TCG. That's just another video game. The card layout is straight from a Pokemon TCG, but is not a Pokemon card. It has to be like a Pokemon on here. It has to be a card. It looks like a Pokemon card. That's fine. It's basically it's a secret lair. It's just a secret lair. Ironically. Okay, I just don't like this card. You know what? I'm gonna disqualify it just for the bringing back Cleave, which was a horribly unpopular mechanic. Horribly unpopular. There are Pokemon cards in the Discord. We'll get it likely anyway. There we go. The damn Jaws letting us all know. We're going to get there. One day. At some point. Maybe. Next up, we got Gillum with the Super Chat. Thank you very much, Gillum. Superman, Defender of Earth. How many Supermen are there? Do we not have a Superman? There it is. Oh, okay. Now it's popping up. Superman, Defender of Earth, is a 4-mana, 4/4 human alien hero. I do forget that he's technically an alien, which is just weird to me. You know what? I'm not a huge fan of aliens. Maybe that's probably why I never watched Superman. Flying and indestructible. If a creature you control would be destroyed, destroy Superman instead. Huh? Oh, I see, because he's indestructible. Okay, so like instead of destroying something, he gets destroyed, but really he saved them. He saves basically everything. 3-mana, Superman loses indestructible until end of turn. Any player may activate this ability. What? Is that like Superman? How many Supermen are there? You know, not the question, huh? You know, not the question you ask. Yeah, that's correct. The Defender of Earth. There might be a Superman defending many cards. How is it? Krypton. Is Kryptonite really green? But does that really mean what? But this is just like, it's a forest. We're using forests to make Superman lose all of his abilities. I think that's a bit nonsense to me. I think Kryptonite should be some sort of artifact on the battlefield to be made. It's even green because of Kryptonite. What? So everyone playing the green color as Kryptonite? Yeah, it should require sacking an artifact token or something. I would say the flavor is completely off here. Not every green player has access to Kryptonite. I don't look at forests and it's full of Kryptonite over there. Why would Lex Luthor have a green identity? Well, I don't. Is Lex Luthor's identity Kryptonite though? Green really can do everything, including killing Superman, or at least leaving him super vulnerable. And Kryptonite has multiple colors. Oh, Christopher B, a big Superman fan. Can we explain human alien though? Isn't that just an immigrant? No. Well, what, from outer space? We're counting every creature coming from outer space as an immigrant? That sounds stupid. Have you never seen a kryptonite forest? I have not, actually. I have to admit, I am woefully ignorant when it comes to, like, Superman. I know he's really fast. I don't know if he's faster than the Flash. I know he's borderline indestructible. I know that his one weakness is kryptonite. That's it. That's all I know. We don't talk about pink kryptonite. Is there such thing as pink kryptonite? Isn't everything MTG technically an alien? Don't think there is an Earth. I mean, yeah, probably. Yeah, it's funny. We're specifically calling Superman an alien above all things. The Flash and Superman raced at one point, and I think the Flash won. Superman is basically omnipotent. That's why I hate him. He can never even die of old age. What's his name? Clint Clark. Clint Clark. Kent Clark. Why are you not aging? Just like Wolverine. There's Earth because of Doctor Who. That's true. I mean, there's a lot of Earth. There is one Earth. Superman weak to magic too. Never forget. Oh yeah, technically a lot of magic can kill Superman. I mean, Superman dies to a dismember, which is bizarre. We're gonna dismember the Superman? Whatever. Okay, the card works. I'm really not gonna speak to the flavor. I am not Superman. I'm not Superman fanboy enough to like pick apart this green ability, but it sounds like it's a flavor fail. But the card itself works. So it's indestructible. Anyone can kill it. That's fine with me. Okay, back to the freebie section. There's the Mere Duplicator. We got Glass Joe! Oh, I don't have any Punch Man sound effects. Or do I? Do I have anything? No, I don't. It's the best thing I have. Glass Joe, red 0-1. No, he is not a 0-1. He does some damage. All damage Glass Joe takes is triple. That can make some sense. Yeah, does Glass Joe really have a pacifist run? I don't think so. Glass Joe can punch for like something. Superman has killed Joker before in Injustice. Don't know. Yeah, poor Glass Joe. I think we did Glass Joe dirty. I think Glass Joe would be fair as a 1-1. That's totally fine for Glass Joe. Legendary creature, absolutely. There's only one Glass Joe out there. It's got that giant jaw. That's the problem. Decides to go into boxing with a giant jaw. Big mistake. Leave him on the ground, frankly. Superman lore is wild. A lot of Superman fans in the chat. Give him pain for all. Anyway, Glass... what, does that, like, duplicate the damage across, like, everybody on the battlefield and players? That sounds like the type of card with that name. Anyway, Glass Joe, fine card. Bad lore. No, I do not believe that he attacks for 0 damage. Okay, so next up, we'll take a look at... Do we have any $5 super chats? No, I do see everybody's super chats, but we'll get to you in the second half of the show. Okay, we have Azlarath, the Fallen Sun. This is a 5-mana 5/5 dragon. It's got flying. Is this a prepared card? Flying. When Azlarath. This is really hard to pronounce. There's not a lot of vowels here. When it attacks, add 5 red, then it becomes prepared. Okay, it is a prepared card. And when it's prepared, you get the Volcanic Geyser for double red and an X. Instant. Volcanic Geyser deals X damage to any target. I don't really have anything to say. This is just like a card. So when it attacks, you get 5 red, and then you can play the Volcanic Geyser for... So, I mean, the 5 red will play this for 3, and then you can sink the rest of your mana, which is probably at least 5 into something, so you can deal, like, about 8 damage, which I think is on par for what dragons can do. Are you doing chat freebies at the end of the stream again? Only if there are donations, or if we fill up enough bingos on the bingo card. That's how it works around here. So keep an eye on those bingos. It's up to you. I'm not paying attention to this damn thing. So you guys, for the people who are looking for freebies, take a screenshot of the bingo card, and as we find cards that meet those bingo requirements, we pick them off. Free lightning. It is a free lightning bolt at the very least. It's any target. Doesn't require the arena shenanigans. Hold on. It's also when it attacks, it becomes prepared. You get this every turn. That's a little dirty. Like for as long as this thing's always alive. This is so close to 5 types. Like what? 5 types of cards. Okay, next up. I'll say this is okay. Hopefully, we did the vibrant landscape. The Flock of Will. It's a 2-mana 1/2 bird with flying. Each card in your hand is blue in addition to its other colors. Isn't this just Stormcrow? Whenever you cast a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, create a 1/2 blue bird creature token with flying named Stormcrow. Is that all? Each card in your hand is blue in addition to its other colors. Whenever you cast a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, create a 1/2 blue creature token named with flying named Stormcrow. It's a Stormcrow that makes Stormcrows. Only if I'm playing free cards. Yeah, combos with Force of Will and Subtlety. So we got and you can play other colors. I mean, it didn't say that you have to play a blue spell. Oh no, but they are blue spell. Each card in your hand is blue. Oh shoot. Okay, so you can't like play Fury with this. So you're forced to play with. But you can play Force of Will and pitch a land now because the land is blue. Land went from colorless to blue. Your Ornithopter is blue. Oh, wait a minute. You're right. No, sorry. The Ornithopter is free. If you cast a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it. Yeah, like, so in a way, this card is a bit broken. And I don't mean broken as in that's dangerous. It's broken in the sense of what it was trying to do. I think the idea is to play pitch spells to get bird tokens, when really you can also just play affinity cards. Just play you Memnite, Ornithopter, Lotus Petal, Mox Opal, stuff like that. You can play Fury because it's in addition. No, you can't play Fury because blue in it. Oh, you're right. Actually, I can. You're right, Pedgeman. I can play red cards in my hand. It's an addition. I guess. Okay. This card wants you to play all the pitch cards. I don't know how to fix the free spell thing though. If it required pitching, maybe that's just part of this. Honestly, if I play like a bunch of Memnites off this, it's not going to be broken. It's going to be on the same power level as like Psy, Master Thopterist, or that new card from Edge of Eternities where you can warp it for 1 mana, play your whole hand, and you get a bunch of 1/1s. It's basically the same thing. Basically, the Ornithopter is honorary Stormcrow. Is Stormcrow before Stormcrow became Stormcrow. Okay, we're going to take a look at more of these custom Magic the Gathering cards, but we do have to thank our other sponsor, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic Online. My favorite place to play Magic. I love playing Magic, and when I play it on Magic Online, the digital platform where you can play every format you want. Every paper format you want, whether it's Commander or Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, and more. Fun-made formats, Pauper, Pre-Modern, One-on-One Commander. You can play all decks, all formats when you rent with Mana Traders. Use coupon code Nikachu_AHL for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. All right, next, it's time to go through a bunch of Super Chats. We got millions. More like avoid the ban of traders. There we go. Got to avoid those bans. If Pinnacle Emissary is what I was thinking about. Flock of Will is maybe even strictly worse. Pinnacle Emissary. Strictly worse. Cute art too. I like the very, very cute art. Okay, next up, we've got a bunch of Super Chats here, starting with Elixir. Thank you very much, Elixir. For 2 cards, I hope you had a good vacation. Oh my god, I need a vacation from my vacation. Do you have a Q&A style show planned? Do you want one? I did a few Q&As a long time ago. Sort of underperformed all the other stuff I did on this channel, but I definitely can if you want. DLC123. Let's take a look. For you guys, anything. Here, maybe I'll schedule a Q&A. Where am I gonna put it? Put on a Friday. Q and A for the not too distant future. Whatever you want to know. Flailing Automaton. It's a red 0/6 Phyrexian construct. Haste and Trample. This creature attacks each combat if able. For a Phyrexian red, this creature gets +1/-1 until end of turn. Any player may activate this ability. Oh my god. This is so cool. How to balance this card? So, like, what is the right amount of mana to sink into this? Anyone can, in theory, kill this thing off if they really want to. In fact, people can team up and kill this thing off. This has choice paralysis written all over it. Well, I mean, okay, look. If you're attacking someone for 5 because you sank like 5 mana into this thing, it's not a choice. They have to pay the extra 2 life to kill it off. So going up to 5 is never a choice unless they're at 1 life. But so what's the right? So if you go to 4, they should also just sink 4 life to kill it off, like a dismember. So the best choice is to pay 3. That would make the opponent pay 6 life in order to kill it. Oh, also, if they have red mana, it can just die. Because, so for the players that are playing red, they could kill it off with their own mana. None? Just a wall that soaks mana? No, you can attack with this thing. So, I mean, on turn 1, you could play it, pay 4 life to make someone lose 2 life. I don't know, it's great value, but it's like something. It's okay. 3 for a 3/3, and they'd have to pay 6 life to kill it. Correct. 1 mana 0/6 would be it danger, but is forced to attack. Oh yeah, that's true. You can't even leave it as a blocker. That built that balance into the card. Life gain player. It must die. I can pay this. Life gain turns into removal. So a 1/5 for a red that you pay red each turn is still insane? Not really. I mean, red decks do not want their mana taxed every single turn. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna pay 2 life so you can attack for 1? I think a 1 mana 1/1 with haste is crap. A 1 mana 2/1 with haste is fine. A 1 mana 3/1 with haste is good. But you're literally sinking 6 life in order to attack for 3 with this. I think it's a great idea. Great Death Shadow staple. Oh my god. Maybe we broke this card. Yeah, this plus Death Shadow could be a danger. But then you won't want to activate this ever again after that if you really put your life total low enough. It's just another Death Shadow staple. Is there a Death Shadow in Historic or Alchemy? Do they have that card there? Do people get to experience the love of the Death Shadow in that format? Works with Braids of Fire. I think Cumulative Upkeep red card. Yeah, it does actually. No, it does. Well, yeah, it does and it doesn't. So I think sinking 3 mana into this is the sweet spot. That's the sweet spot, assuming you're up against a deck without red mana. A Shadow is in Historic and it's really bad. Yeah, no doubt. Well, I mean, it depends. It had its good run in Modern. So sort of pushed out of the format at this point. Death Shadow is too slow. What, they just don't have enough damage? Not enough stuff to make damage. Okay, Flailing Automaton, really cool design. I mean, that's a card that makes you think. Next up, we have Indecision. I can relate to this card every single day. It's a 2 mana curse, enchant player. Enchanted player can't cast spells. And for 2 mana, put this curse into its owner's graveyard. Enchanted player may activate this ability as a sorcery. So, enchanted player can't cast spells. Put this curse. This is basically you're spending 2 mana to make your opponent spend 2 mana. Enchanted player may activate this ability as a sorcery. I have no words for this. What this card basically says is, for 2 mana, I'm going to make you waste 2 mana, and that's it. That's it. I mean, I have nothing else to say about this. My internet is garbage today. I'll watch it later. See you later, Arethusa. You can stop instance with this. Players can't cast spells. So it okay, so this is this is just 2 mana silence. That's what it is. It's 2 mana silence. We've made another silence card. Yeah, you get a free turn where they can't cast spells against you. Or what else is there? Orm's Chant. So Orm's Chant, silence. But this one's for 2 mana. Okay. You know what? Okay. There's a lot of white mages out there. They might want something like this. Yeah, silence plus 2 mana attacks. Well, it costs 2 mana for you as well. Silence as an enchantment. Can only be removed as a sorcery. Okay, cool. And I don't see how the opponent can interact with this. Oh, what they can do is they can Boseiju it. That's one thing they could do. That's all they can do, I think. Okay, cool. Okay, next up, we got Super Chat from Raktus. Two One Piece theme cards. That's another TCG. And also, we have Garp the Fist and Garp's Galaxy Impact. Garp the Fist? We got Garp. All right, for everybody who's oh, where is it? Where are you, Garp? Oh, here we go. Oh, and we got animation. I love animation. Okay, this is One Piece. Technically One Piece right now. It's a TCG. All right, so this is another TCG adaptation. I heard people, they love their One Piece TCG. What are you doing in this game? You have a whole TCG made out of these cards. So for 5 mana, this is a 4/4 human soldier with double strike and trample. If damage would be dealt to Garp, you may prevent that damage and have that damage be dealt to you instead. If you do, put them a +1/+1 counters on Garp. There is actually there's a creature from beta that's like this, in the sense that if any damage is dealt to the creature, it's dealt to you instead, so you can't really kill the creature. Although that creature from beta didn't have double strike or trample, and it didn't get bigger whenever it prevented the damage. Whenever Garp attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent and each creature those opponents control. Oh, get out of here! That's a bit strong. I think that's awful. I think, okay, just remove the last sentence and the whole card is fine. This is already really strong for a 5 mana card. It's got double strike, it's got trample, and like basically you can't kill it with damage, because if you do, it gets bigger. This whole like attacking and plague winding the board, or like anger of godsing the board, and it also each deals 3 damage to each opponent, each creature those opponents control. Okay, so it can't deal 3 damage to itself. Does it draw the game if you put Pariah on it? It cannot deal. I don't know. It might. Yeah, Pariah might break this. That's fine. There's a lot of cards that end up getting broken. There's soft lock combos. Christopher B, over/under odds of One Piece collaboration by now if it didn't have its own internationally successful game? 100%. There still might be a collaboration. You never know. It's a May ability, so it doesn't lock the game. You may prevent it. You may. Otherwise, you could even just have Garp just get dealt damage. That's totally fine. So anyway, it's too strong. Too strong. It's very unfun ability, that last ability. I think. I mean, I guess the bigger creatures can suck it up. The smaller creatures, they cannot, and they will not. Otherwise, I think the card is cool. I like the design. Next up, we've got loading video loading. What is this? The year like 1998? As if I have dial-up internet. Where's this thing? Okay, there we go. Garp's Galaxy Impact. It's a 6 mana legendary sorcery. What's going on here? There's supposed to be like okay, I think the video is just janked up. Oh, there we go. We got a little bit of video if I zoom in. Something's glitched with this. Garp's Galaxy Impact is a 6 mana legendary sorcery. Technical difficulties. Okay, where did this thing go? How do I get a screenshot of this thing? Did I do this right? I did not. Okay, we just had to do it quickly. Garp's Galaxy Impact deals 5 damage to each creature, and each planeswalker, if a creature dealt damage this way, would die this turn. Exile it instead. For each creature exiled this way, create a 3/3 red shockwave creature token with trample and haste. Exile those tokens at the beginning of the next end step. Fist of the Heavens, Echo of a Legend. Deals 5 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. So I guess this guy deals like a ton of damage to everything. Creature dealt damage this way would die. Exile it for each creature. So for everything that dies, you get a 3/3. And how much is this? 6 mana? Totally fine. I can live with that. Thank you so much for your cards. Galaxy Impact failed to kill anyone though. Oh, was that true? Is that like the lore? Garp's Galaxy Impact had no impact? That's too bad. This will kill Garp too. Well, not the original Garp. The original Garp was fine, right? Because you can prevent the damage. Unless you have a redirect too. That's right, you will redirect it to yourself. Garp has a plan for everything. Next up, we got Fire. Nikachu, it's been a while. Good to see you live again. Good to see you again, Fire. My cards today. Soldiers from Yolatia. As always, thanks for reviewing my cards and having them on the show. Thank you so much for submitting your cards. Soldiers from Yolatia. Okay, we got Eulatian. I don't know if it's Eulatian or Eulatian Scout. This is a red 1/1 Orc Scout. Whenever this creature attacks, it explores. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, if its power is 4 or greater, discover X, where X is equal to its power. So when you attack, you explore. That is pretty cool. So it can like get buffed up 1 turn at a time. I don't know if explore is a red thing. No, it's a very much a green thing. Why is this even red in the first place? Because it's an orc. When the creature deals combat damage to a player, if its power is 4 or greater, discover X, where X is equal to its power. I still don't understand why it's red. Probably could be green. I mean, it could be. It's fine for it to be red. Just don't know if it's within the color pie to be exploring. I don't remember. Something, the world according to Garp. Sounds like it should have destroyed lands then. Oh, you mean the Garp card? So the Eulatian Scout, I really like the idea that when it attacks, it explores. And sounds like it's going to be hard. Oh, I see. There was a comment about Monstrous Rage. Oops. So we can very easily get this thing up to 4 power with Monstrous Rage. Then we get to discover X, where X is equal to its power. Which is like... I think that's okay. It's a 1 mana 1/1. Even if you Monstrous Rage, what are you going to discover X into? Another Eulatian Scout? A bunch of red cards? This is probably going into some sort of like red aggro-ish deck, which is probably good value. But it is... By the way, you do need to play Monstrous Rage first. So if you play Monstrous Rage and they kill it in response, you're not going to get the trigger. Red has like, I think 3 Explorers cards. So it's fine. Okay. There are some red Explorer cards out there. But they were mostly green. Red/green have Explore. Discover into Cruel Claw or Alicia for more shenanigans. Definitely. There's 1 red Explore card, so I'm assuming the rest are like Gruul cards. It was like red and green. Too cheap for a mono red Explore card. You have to attack, so it's clunky. I think it's clunky enough to be fair. It's not gonna break the game or anything like that. So I like it. Next up, we also have Lord Eric Tkatyov, whoever that is. It is an 8 mana 7/5. What is with this border? This looks like it comes from another card game. It looks like it comes from a card game that went extinct. Menace and Haste. Whenever Eric attacks, you may draw a card. And it's got Eldritch Fist. Whenever Eric deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of instant or sorcery cards from your hand. That player loses life equal to the total mana value of cards exiled this way. Until your next turn, you may cast those cards. Oh my god! So we can... What the hell? So we deal combat damage with this card, and then it goes ham. Because then we basically... Till your next turn, you may cast those... Oh, no, you may cast those cards, but you don't cast them for free. So we're just discarding them to make people lose life. A lot of fisting in today's show. A lot of fisting. People are raising their fists at everybody like an old person. Why does Eric sound like a Canadian hockey player? Maybe it is. Maybe Eric is a hockey player. So whenever Eric attacks, target opponent may try to pronounce his last name. If they do it incorrectly, they discard a card at random. I don't even know if there's... Is it like... It sounds like something like Chotchov or something like that. You know what I mean? Or is it Tkachov? Tkachov in there for the defense. Every color has at least one Explorer card, but yeah, it is mainly a green thing. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Screen Hermit. So the red card was perfectly legit. By the time you have 8 mana, you ought to be able to cast one of those cards at least. Well, the idea here is that we're turning those big expensive cards into free damage. So you take your Cruel Ultimatum and you like just discard it for and whop your opponent for a bunch of life loss. So it does not actually deal damage. It makes them lose their life. But that's really good value. And then if you can cast the card still on the next turn, then it's not like you lost it or anything like that. The T isn't silent. I believe you. Certified silver bordered mechanic. This is not that silver border like. Well, okay, I have no other commentary except that it's doable. It's fine with me. All right, Lord Eric, you pass. Next up, we've got the main mon. Yellow. I have come back to give cards before I have to get ready for work. Primal Groudon, Incessant Sun, and Primal Kyogre, the Endless Storm. Thank you very much for your super chat. Let's take a look at your cards. Primal Groudon. Did not spell this right. Okay, Primal Groudon, the Incessant Sun. This is 10 mana. Good God. It is an 8/10 behemoth. It's a legendary creature. Where is this thing from? It's got Mountain Walk. Thank God. You know, you'd think at 10 mana and being a red card, you know your way around a mountain. Whenever, when Primal Groudon, Incessant Sun enters the battlefield, destroy all blue permanents. No! My blue permanents. It's a Pokemon. Oh, another alternate TCG has been found. Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Everyone notices. You know, I totally skipped many generations. I went from like blue-red all the way to Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't know anything in between. I don't know any. I know up to the 151st, or I guess 152 Pokemon if I count Togepi. And then after that, it's a huge blank space. And honestly, I played through the entire Pokemon Sword and Shield. I can't remember a single name to any of those Pokemon. They were so forgettable, unfortunately. I still have the original, almost the original 150 for first 152 Pokemon lodged in my brain. Mr. Mime, Ditto, all of them. Sword and Shield sucks. How dare you? How dare you say that? I actually had a lot of fun. The story was terrible, but the gameplay was amazing. Yeah. It has the worst story of any Pokemon game. Yeah, the story was just absolute pure crap, but the gameplay and the music was amazing. That's everything that I wanted it to be. And I wanted it to be about like the classic defeating all the gym leaders and becoming a Pokemon master. Okay, we got. Let's go. Let's get back to the card. We destroy all the blue permanents, so it must have an advantage versus blue, which makes no sense. Why would a fire Pokemon have an advantage versus a blue Pokemon? Desolate Land. Whenever an opponent casts a blue spell, counter it unless they pay red. If they do, that spell becomes red in addition to its other colors. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add an additional red. Am I like missing something here? Bingo alert. Don't we have 10 mana? Well, oh, we do have a 10 mana thing. You're right. 10 plus mana. Can someone explain to me why a fire Pokemon... I'm assuming this is a fire Pokemon. Because it makes the sun shine so strong that water moves don't work. Is that true? Because he dries out all water sources by existing? Groudon has a semi-unique ability. So is this like the one fire Pokemon that has an advantage over like water Pokemon? Because it makes the sun shine so strong. It boils the water. Well, Charizard apparently doesn't boil the water. I don't see Charizard boiling Gyarados. These things are avatars of land and ocean, respectively. They're meant to be directly opposed. All right. It's about the land while the other is about the seas. Sunlight weakens water mons. Harsh sunlight completely stops water. All right, then. It's a flavor win, apparently. Big flavor win. Pokemon might as well rebrand to cults and gods. Don't think that's necessary. All right, cool card. And apparently you were right the entire time. It was a complete flavor win. Your other card is Primal Kyogre. Like an ogre? Primal Kyogre, Endless Storm. Primal Kyogre, Endless Storm. Oh, this is the opposite one. We have an 10 mana legendary Leviathan. It's an 8/10 creature with Island Walk. When Primal Kyogre, Endless Storm enters the battlefield, destroy all red permanents. This is just so like what are they're like directly opposed to each other. Primordial Sea. Lands are islands in addition to their land types. I love it. And whenever you tap a land for mana, make an additional blue. Oh, sick! That is so sick. I don't know why you need so much mana once you already have 10, but you know what? There are a lot of decks that you can always use more mana. And then this guy floods everything. Isn't it weird that I'm eating spaghetti for breakfast? No, you could... Okay, here. Think of it this way. You're not eating spaghetti, you're eating noodles. And you know what? In Asian cultures, they eat noodles for breakfast. So, you know what? You're just having a very Asian breakfast. Not eating spaghetti. Noodles. Just throw it on a frying pan a little bit. Make it fried noodles. Breakfast is a social construct. I technically don't eat breakfast. Corbinik is eating yellow curry for breakfast. I'm having this protein shake as a breakfast. I mix my coffee in there. Kiddo, I'm cheating Omniscience out so I can get the extra blue mana. Okay, I'll shut up now. What? Oh yeah, you don't need it. Spaghetti is just bread cooked differently. Wait, what are you gonna call? Are you gonna call spaghetti a sandwich next? Since they're legendary embodiments of the world itself, shouldn't they be elemental? Ooh, good point. Yeah, I guess they could be upgraded to elemental. Okay, I learned something. Apparently, this blue beats the other red. But this is a flavor win to me. You know, you're flooding the area, destroying everything that's red. But blue is always good versus red. That red card is just like scrambles my brain a little bit. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I like this card though. It's this card is very Magic the Gathering like. All the lands are islands, and also the lands tap for 2 blue mana instead. Protein coffee, that's right. I have a protein coffee every morning. When I make these, I'm gonna make them elemental gods. Yeah, that makes. I guess you could do that. I don't know. Are Articuno and Zapdos considered gods, or they're just legendary? Okay, next up, let's take a look at. We got Raz Grizz here with the super chat. We got Sparksy Chaotic Streamer. and Kafka. Oh, hold on. There was before we go, there's the blue orb. Oh, that's just an extra card. Okay, Sparksy Chaotic Streamer. Hold on. With Sparksy, I have in the post the emblem that it creates for each player. Excellent. Thanks so much, Razgriz. Thank you so much. Okay, Sparksy Chaotic Streamer. Can I zoom in a little bit? Yeah, a little bit. Sparksy Chaotic Streamer is a 4-mana legendary enchantment creature, Human Imagine. I don't know what Human Imagine is, but I'll have to use my imagination. Whenever you cast this spell, you elate. What's elate? Lifelink and Ward 2. At the end of each turn, you may remove X punchline counters. If you do, draw X cards and you lose X life. This probably has something to do with the streamer itself. For 2 mana, discard a card at random. You get a punchline counter. Sparks line deals damage to target creature equal to that card's mana value, then draw a card. If this is the 3rd time you've activated this ability, deal damage to each opponent instead, then discard your hand. Move X punchline counters. So we discard random cards to get punchline counters. Then at the end of turn, we can remove the punchline counters. And we can convert it into card advantage. Imagine are beings brought into existence by wishes and willpower. Bingo, waifu card. We do have a waifu card in the house. All right, we have a waifu card. That is... Oh, I think there was a waifu card exchange for anime card. Yeah, we do. There's always anime card. Not every anime card is a waifu card, believe it or not. There's husbandos out there. Never forget she rickrolled us. I don't know who this is. I feel so uncultured at this point, at this moment. I'm turning more into a boomer or something. She's from the Honkai Star Rail, by the way. Okay. Pokemon is technically an anime card. All right, that's also true. Well, that depends if you got art from the TV show or you got art from the video game. I would not call any of like the graphics from the video game necessarily an anime. Oh, the emblem explains elate. Let's take a look at the emblem. Oops, that's not the emblem. This is the emblem. Aha! We got emblem elation. Whenever you cast a spell, you get 1 punchline counter, which can be converted to more card advantage. Whenever you attack, you gain a punchline counter. You gain punchline counters equal to the number of attacking creatures, that could be a lot of punchlines to turn into more cards. At the beginning of your end step, you lose all punchline counters, and Aha deals 1 damage to a random target for each counter you lost this way. Deals 1 damage to a random target for each counter. Oops, hold on. End step, you lose all your punchline counters, so I have no choice. Aha deals 1 damage to a random target. How does this work? So are these both going to trigger at the end of turn? Oh no, this is an activated ability. So you can either use your punchline counters or you save them and throw them at your opponent. That's cool. This is a very cool card. Whenever you just cast this spell, elate. So basically, you get this thing. So you get. I think what you should say, you get an emblem called Aha. You get it, or so you. I think normally the way they would word this is whenever you cast this spell, you get an Aha emblem. This is such an alchemy card. Imagine rolling that many dice to decide random. Yeah. This is also wordy as F and 5 types in the type line. Yeah, it is 5 types in the type line for that bingo. For people that are sculpting those bingo cards. 5 types. 5 words in it. 5 card types. There we go. Our legendary enchantment creature. Thank you very much for your submission. Hopefully, do recognize, this is the first creature, I think, ever that has a emblem cast trigger. Emblems are not supposed to be created that easily. I guess that's why this was considered like an alchemy thing. Read the post itself for the reminder text. We got elate. Whenever you elate, each player that doesn't have an AHA emblem creates one. Whenever you elate, each player that doesn't have... Oh, so everyone gets one. Whenever you cast a spell, you get one punch. Why does everyone get one? I guess we're spreading the joy around here. The ring tempts you? Yeah, that's not technically an emblem. I mean, this didn't have to be an emblem, but it is. Soaring created emblems easily, not on cast. You did have to activate the ability of the thing. Okay, very cool card. Also, I like the art. I like the art on both of these. I can be a fan. I don't know who the streamer is. I should become a follower. Next up, we got 4 Paths of Life with the Channeling Sins. Channeling Sins. Starting with Channel of Captivate. What is this? Channel of Captivation Lust. We're keeping this PG-13, right? She's from Honkai Star Rail, a video game. Damn! There's a streamer in a video game? Well, I'll follow the video game then. There was another card. Oh, was there? Hold on. Back up a second. I thought the emblem was the card. Usually the emblem would be considered the second card. I gotta go back. I got rid of the super chat, so I have to dig deep enough. Let's go find the second card. Where is it? Okay, I found it. So the second one... Oh, and you got Kafka? Yeah, let's look up Kafka. Sorry about that. Because it came with the emblem, I almost considered that the second card. Usually I would. Okay, let's go. We'll get back to Kafka. This is a 4-mana legendary creature. It's a human soldier. It is a 1/4 human soldier of all things with death, touch, and haste. At the beginning of each combat phase, Kafka gains indestructible and hexproof until end of turn. That is a classic Custom Magic the Gathering card. Don't touch this. You can't. Okay, you can't get rid of this card. It's just typical. Never stop, Custom Magic the Gathering players. Never stop making your creatures untouchable. I will admit though that the fact that you get it at the beginning of each combat phase is significantly more fair because there is a very large window to kill this card. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, Kafka deals 1 damage to that player. Whenever Kafka deals combat damage to an opponent until your next turn, that opponent gets that many additional end steps after the first end step on each of their turns. Why are we doing that? So when we deal damage to somebody, they get more end steps. So they get double the end step triggers. Am I reading that correctly? Deal combat damage to an opponent until your next turn. That opponent gets that many additional end steps. So what, if we buff this thing, they're going to get like... So let's say we Monstrous Rage this. Turn into a 4/4. They get 4 end step triggers. During their end step, they also take 1 down. Oh, at the beginning of each opponent's end step, I see. So they do get like additional end steps, but they take additional pain. It's dots. What does dots stand for? Oh, during opponent's turns. Titanic Nightmare. Don't touch me. Don't block me. And don't have a major combo relating to end steps. Hopefully not. Oh, damage over time. Broken with Shiri Shinzo's Caretaker. Okay, damage over time is an archetype in Honkai Star Rail. Oh, really? That's like a thing you can... Is this like a card game? Is this like a card game video game? What the hell is... I'm gonna look this up now. Honkai Star Rail. I just want to see what, like... I don't really see any gameplay images. I just see a bunch of art. What is this, an MMO or something? I don't know it's a gacha game. I don't even know. I honestly don't even know what a gacha game is. What is a gacha game? Tell me, Google Gemini, tell me. A gacha game is a type of video game that uses a randomized reward system to unlock characters, items, or equipment, inspired by the Japanese gashapon vending machines. What the hell? Players spend in-game currency to get random stuff. Okay, the poll. Players exchange currency for a chance to receive a prize. Rarity tiers. So what? You pay money? This has got to be like a pay money thing. You don't know about gacha? I don't play any gacha games, I guess. It's like opening booster pack, but for characters. You gamble for characters. Okay, I can sort of relate to that. Who knows what I'm gonna open up? We could open up anything. It could even be a Kafka. Yeah, Kafka. Let's go gambling. Okay, it's basically a slot machine. The Japanese loot box, kind of. Okay, I can relate to that. That makes sense to me. Okay, Kafka is. I like the design. I actually like the design of this card even more. It's pretty neat. I like the idea that, you know, you get additional end steps versus one particular player, but at the same time, you might actually buff that player up. It's not free to give somebody more end steps. They might get more triggers. Could even become a political card in that sense. Really cool design. It's very, very original. Okay, next we go to what was the other card we were looking at? Channeling Sins. Okay, the Lust card, Channel of Captivation for 6 mana. It's an enchantment. It's an outrageously wordy card. I'm not even reading this before we get the bingo card out here. Very wordy. Do we call it a Yu-Gi-Oh card or a wordy card? I can't remember. Wordy card. There we go. All creatures are deserters in addition to their other types. Creatures cost 1 less for you to cast or activate their abilities. We also have Urge. You may activate an ability of target unexerted creature as if you control it. If you do exert that creature. What does that even do? I don't even know how that works. So I can activate an ability of target unexerted creature as if you controlled it, and if you do exert the creature to activate the ability, oh, I guess so. Charm, tap, sacrifice a deserter, gain control of target creature or planeswalker. It's also got Beckon for 1 mana, remove a Felty counter from any permanent, amass demons 1. Corruption, Devotion, Fellowship, Influence, Invitation, Loyalty, Possession, Unity, and Vow counters are Felty counters. I didn't even know all those other counters are actually counters. COC Lust. Is there something I'm missing here? Exert an unexerted creature you don't control. You can activate its ability. There we go. Thank you so much to Damn Draws. That makes a lot of sense. You can tap enchantments? Yes. There's not many that tap, but there are some. Or are there? I'm pretty sure there are some enchantments that you can tap. It's a very rare thing. This is the wordiest card ever. Definitely not. I've done this show for over, I don't know, 3 to 4 years. So we've seen worse. Card name abbreviated. COC Lust. What, Cock Lust? Is that what you're trying to get to me? There are 0 enchantments that can tap. Okay, well, I'm going to have to believe you. Deserter. Do you know what? I'll tell you what, Kaiser. I probably watched too many AI-generated cards. I looked at too many AI-generated cards. And at this point, I think some of them are real. Deserters are for sacrificing to steal a card forever. Kind of busted on tap. So yeah, tap. Sacrifice a deserter. Gain control of target creature or planeswalker. What is a deserter? How do I sacrifice? All creatures are deserters in addition to their other types. You know what? That's sort of true. This card might, like, since every creature is a deserter, gaining control of creatures or planeswalkers, it's too easy to enable. And you can do it immediately. Like, do it immediately. Just 6 mana, tap, sack a random creature you have to steal somebody else's creature. Okay, I'll say this is in the broken camp. It's got this plus a million other abilities. can amass demons 1. 6 mana is a lot of mana, but like it's every single turn you're able to steal something. That's fair. Saga creatures. You know, I'm not really going to count the creatures that can tap because obviously enchantment creatures can tap. Yeah, and all the creatures are deserters. Okay, so that's a little too broken. Creatures cost 1 less for you to cast or activate. This is just too many abilities. And they're all pretty strong. But this creature stealing one takes the cake. Next up, we've got the Channel of Possession, Greed. Oh my god, I thought the first card was greedy. All right, now we got the second one. The one that's real greed. 7 mana for a legendary enchantment. All artifacts are treasures in addition to their other types. Cool. Artifacts cost 2 less for you to cast or activate their abilities. Oh my god. So our random artifacts can help power out other artifacts that already cost 2 less. Steal. For 1 mana, gain control of target artifact. So we can sacrifice each treasure. So basically, we can sack artifacts to get another artifact. Can you make it 2 mana? This 1 mana is too broken. So basically, you sack any random artifact that you have to gain control of an artifact. In fact, hold on, whoa, wait a minute. You can just tap lands and steal your opponent's artifacts. Fun thing to do. Combo this with Mycosynth Lattice. Yeah. My mana rocks are free. 1 mana to get the opponent's portal to Phyrexia. I know. This has got to be way more mana than this. 1 mana is way too cheap. We could also buy. Tap, sacrifice a treasure. Gain control of target non-land permanent. That is also... Okay, this is 7 mana now. Is that broken? It's still really strong. These abilities are so free. Sack a treasure, and all our artifacts are treasures to steal something that our opponent has. This is basically just a 1 mana. This is just a 7 mana version of this thing, isn't it? I would actually go as far as to say this is even more broken. You also have accrue. You may remove a value counter from any permanent. Create a treasure token. So we can remove any counter from anything. Then sack it to then steal our opponent's stuff. Okay, this is also another... These cards are just broken. I think both these cards are broken. On turn 7, 1 mana is essentially free. We'll pull also, apparently... I shouldn't say you definitely have artifacts on the battlefield, but you probably have artifacts on the battlefield. For the amount of treasures it is handling, it should be red. So many specific counters that don't exist too. Is there a reason for them? Probably out of flavor. Or future-proofing the card for the future. Yeah, we have book, bribery, coin, collection, credit, crystal, currency, gem, gold, loot, oil, ore, silver, stash, theft, treasure, and wage counter are value counters. 2 thumbs up for future-proofing the card against future. This is like a future sight card. We're looking at a future sight card in real time. Isn't there at least 1 card that adds oil counters as a downside or something? Coin counters already exist. Maybe if we look them all up, they all exist. I don't know. I've never looked at all of these. Is there a book counter? I'm pretty sure there's a book counter. I don't know if there's a bribery counter. Let's see. I don't know. I'm going to look this up. Let's see if we can call BS on this. Let's look at advanced bribery in the text. Is there at least 1 bribe? There is a bribery counter card. All right. So let's not start accusing the creator of this card of making things up. We can put a bribery counter on target creature we don't control. Its controller draws a card. I guess this card also goes in this set or in this deck. Yeah, I bet all those counters exist. What would I know there's like the old cards had like credit counters, coin counters. What is something that I've never heard of? An ore counter, maybe? A theft counter? Okay, I almost don't believe the theft one. Theft. Okay, we have Night Dealings. 4-mana enchantment. Whenever a source you control deals damage to another player, put that many theft counters on Night Dealings. So it looks like this card was literally... The design of this card was specifically trying to bring to life all these... Oh, so it's almost impossible to remove a value counter. Because almost nothing has these... Almost no cards use these counters. Maybe this is more fair. Maybe there's not that many coin counters or book counters or stash counters or gold counters. You couldn't find a silver counter, a loot counter. Legacy Allure has treasure counters. Okay, so we're gonna have to give credit where credit due. The accrue ability is fair because these counters barely exist. They just, they hardly exist at all. But treasure exists. Sacrifice a treasure, gain control of target non-land permanent. So I think this makes it a little too broken. These abilities are insane. These abilities are just absolutely insane because they're repeatable. You can repeat this. It's basically 7 mana, steal your opponent's stuff. And you can do it every single turn. Yeah, give credit or credit counters. Thanks so much for the cards. Oops, how do I get out of here? Next up, we've got Kano with the Portal Gun and the Sangregor the Charitable. Thank you very much for your cards. Let's take a look at Portal Gun. Is it from the video game? It is. I played Portal once. And when I mean once, I mean once. Okay, Portal Gun for a blue. It is an equipment. Equipped creature has tap investigate. Whenever a equipped creature becomes tapped, you may tap and untap land you control. If you do, tap target land an opponent controls. Then equipped creature can't be blocked by creatures they control until end of turn. I think I sort of understand the flavor. You're trying to make something unblockable because, after all, you make a portal from probably between you and somewhere else, right? And you need to shoot 2 things, right? If I remember correctly. So equipped creature has tap investigate, but whenever equipped creature becomes tapped, you can tap and untap land you control. If you do, tap target land an opponent controls. So you're setting up the portal. It's a bit, yeah, I see the flavor win here. It's a play once kind of game. I'm sure there's people who are more dedicated to that game than I was. The thing is, I like a lot of games where I win and somebody loses, and Portal wasn't really that sort of game. Big Mike is back! I am also back, that's right. Spread the word. I am back from my vacation. There's way more one-off counters than I thought. Yeah, that's right. Me too. Marcio, one of the best games ever. Huge Portal fan. Okay, Portal Gun. This is... It's the most convoluted way to get an unblockable creature. Or I guess, hold on, is all creatures? Then equipped creature can't be blocked by creatures they control until... Yeah, okay. It is the most convoluted way to get unblockable. But at the very least, you get to investigate at the same time. But it's a good card. Next card, the Sangregor the Charitable. This is a 4-mana 1/4 human cleric with vigilance and extort. Whenever an opponent loses exactly 1 life, create a treasure token unless they pay 1. Oh, that is cool. That is very cool. There's a lot, there's a lot of pinging strategies that could be used with this. And it doesn't matter how they lose the life or where they lose the life. In fact, they could crack a fetch land, right? That is very cool. It's another... God, what's that card's name that gives you the treasure tokens whenever you draw cards? Yeah, do you pay the 1? It's another pay the 1 card. Extort. Oh my God. That's right. So, yeah, so when you use the extort... Oh man, is that broken now? Smothering Tithe is what I was thinking of. Yeah, so it's Smothering Tithe on a creature. Sacrifice 3 permanents. Create a 1/1 white cleric creature token with extort. So I assume the permanents we're going to sacrifice are going to be treasures around here. It even makes more tokens with more extort. Very cool. Hold on, does this go ham? So no, but you have to cast a spell. Extort, like I've actually built extort decks. They're really clunky. They're very hard to use. They might be less hard to use if you're always gaining treasure tokens from the cards, but you also have to cast a card. I don't know if this is very danger. Need to work on your timing. Well, hey, you're here. Being here is better than not being here. Sounds really strong in an extort deck. This is insane. I think that's the idea. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how this is gonna play out when you actually play with this thing, but I like the idea. I think this is a cool idea. I like the idea of whenever somebody is losing one life, you basically force them to pay the one. You're gonna pay the one? They're probably not gonna pay the one. That's what I'm gonna tell you right now. Next up, we got Big Mike with a massive super chat. Welcome back, 20 bucks and $10 for me. We got a lot of donos here. Got some popular Planeswalker shenanigans for you today. We got Will High, King of Eldraine. You see that, people? There's we got 4 donos. Compliments of Big Mike. Okay, Will High, King of Eldraine. And you have Garrick Beastmaster. All right, thanks so much, Big Mike. So for everyone who likes freebies, there's 4 freebies coming at everybody here. Is there a bingo card today? There's always a bingo card. Why would there not be a bingo card? And here you can take a screenshot of this. Unfortunately, we did this already. Ooh, that's a hard one to get. It's the only bingo we have set up at this point. Oh, you know what? We could get super specific here. For the, what's it called? All those money counters, which were very, very, very rare. All of them were super niche. Okay, we have Will High, King of Eldraine, a 5-mana 5 loyalty. Will, oh my god, we're making planeswalkers that can get prepared. That's next level broken. +1, scry 3, then draw a card. Good god, this is strong. -2, Will becomes prepared. You get an emblem with, and also -7, you get an emblem with instant and sorcery spells you cast cost blue less to cast. That's actually probably fair. And then Force of Will for 5. So we get, okay, when Will becomes prepared, we have access to Force of Will. It is, how do we use it though? 5 mana instant. You may pay 1 life and exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Counter target spell. That's pretty cool. So if the board is empty, if the board has something, the scry 3 draw card is insane, especially since it's going to 6 loyalty. If the board is empty, then you easily just go -2 and you're going to Force of Will the next damn thing that they have. Yeah, 5 mana counter spells always. You do have to sink 5 mana into this thing. I like this card. Maybe because I'm a blue player. I'm going to be super biased here. Bingo, 5+ cards in the name. That is correct. Do have 5+ cards in the name over here. Thanks so much, Will, High King of Eldraine. Osif, huge fan of the cards produced today. Put it in a proliferate deck and always be force of willing on your opponent. Oh, but you still have to proliferate every single turn, right? To keep preparing. I mean, you can get a few prepared cards. You can do it for a few turns. There's definitely going to be one turn where your opponent can't, how to put it? There's going to be a turn. You can at least go -2 twice, is what I'm saying. And then there's going to be a turn where you're like, you have open mana. You don't need to actually be prepared. Then you start going +1. Yes, bingos are donos for chats. Always. Always has been, always will be. If you proliferate, he will become prepared. Will he? No. We have to proliferate constantly. You need 10 mana for the first counter. Huh? I don't understand, unless that's an old comment for an old card. He will? Bit of a joke there. Given the fact his name is Will. I like having Teferi untapping 2 lands on the end step. Teferi was the ultimate card that protected itself because you like went +1, you drew a card, and then you untap some lands to be able to protect them. Okay, Will is a cool card. I think it's fair. I might be biased, though, all right? You can let me know if I'm super ultra biased in the comment section below. Garrick Beastmaster. What in the hell is this thing? Like, what the F? This cannot be legal. There is no, without reading this, there is no freaking way this can be legal. It's a 2-mana planeswalker that starts at 3 loyalty and apparently can go to 4. Yeah, good God, Garrick. It's 2 mana. It's like, yeah, step aside, Ren and Sex. There's a new 2-mana planeswalker in town. Anyway, Garrick Beastmaster, +1, untap up to 1 target creature or land. -1. So up to 1 target creature or land. So it's a 1-mana planeswalker. What is going on here?
No, God, please, no.
All right, -1, create a 1/1 red raccoon creature with token with haste. -2, create a 2/2 red wolf creature token with first strike. -3, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. -5, create a 5/5 green elephant creature token with trample. -6, create a 6/6 green worm creature token with reach. And then -8, for each Garrick and each creature you control, create an 8/8 red and green dinosaur creature token with trample, haste, and reach. Well, I see. There's a theme here. You go -2, you go -2 for a 2/2, -3 for a 3/3, -5 for a 5/5, and so on. Just keeps getting bigger. This has to count as something. If this were real, then this takes it all. This is completely busted, actually. The fact that it can go the +1, 2-mana +1, I think is strong enough. Who would -6 when you could have a 5/5 with trample? Yeah, I think it's just for flavor. I mean, unless you have to really block a flyer. Sometimes you gotta block those dragons, right? It should start at, yes! Yeah, I mean, it's literally a 1-mana planeswalker that ramps. I would just use it for the +1. Wouldn't everyone? It's literally a mana rock. It's a 2-mana. It's a 2-mana mana rock that also gets you more mana. It's a 2-mana mana rock, basically. Also, why'd you skip from 6 to 8? Who needs the 6 one? It's okay. -6, get a 6/6 green worm creature token with reach. Honestly, that's very fair. This is Ether Vial. Well, it's not quite Ether Vial. I would just count this as like a Mind Stone-like card. Because it's functionally doing the exact same thing. In fact, this can be more broken because you can untap stuff like Gaia's Cradle, Nykthos, Ancient Tomb, so lands that actually tap for more mana, or a creature that also taps for a lot of mana. Poor 3/3 beast has no abilities. Well, most of them don't. This is broken. It's completely broken. Next up, okay, so thanks Big Mike for the super chats, and we'll donate some of those to people later. Next up, we got Steve Cooper in the house. We got Bravo version 1 SC. It made an uncard with the weakness mechanic. Oh, just for the bingo card, huh? And a donation for the chat. Always donates for chat. Okay, let's take a look at Bravo V1 SC. We got Johnny Bravo. Oh, literally Johnny Bravo. 2 mana for a 2/2 human citizen. Affinity for women. Weakness against women. If Johnny is blocked, targeted, dealt damage or enchanted by any women, destroy him. Is he really that weak to women? Can't remember. I used to watch that cartoon a lot when I was a kid. Prevent all damage Johnny would deal to women. His one weakness is women. That is definitely going to hit the bingo card. We do have uncard. Some people build cards. Some people out here are making cards specifically for the bingo card. Women is this guy's kryptonite. He's extremely weak to women, especially his mother. This card is going to make a lot of discussions about the gender of whoever is depicted in the artwork. The creator of the show said Johnny constantly got ladies. We just see all his failures. Oh, is that true? Who wouldn't want to be with Johnny Bravo? probably gets like a huge long list of people on dating sites. All the women message first on the dating sites. For Johnny Bravo. He was super weak to women, got boiled by them every episode. Maybe a little too... I guess he had too much macho, you know? Too big... How do I put it? I know there's some women who are totally turned off by the gym bro attitude. And I guess he had that sort of aura. Think he'd want himself the one time he want femme. Are changelings women? Well, it's not... Yeah, sorry, where was this? Are changelings women? I don't know. I assume that they're one in everything. But this is a bingo card. It's specifically going to consider directly your opponent, which would never be an actual card in real life. But it's an unset card. It's a silver border card. Thank you very much for your card, Steve Cooper. Next up, we've got... who do we have left for yellow super chats? Rose Kitty! Ooh woo! The Galvin story starts. Galvin story start? Did you just post this? Where's your card? Galvin... I'm gonna look up story start. The first Galvin and how he changed. I don't see your card, Rose Kitty. Are you posting your card here? Where's your card, Rose Kitty? You're here, but no card posted. Okay, I'm gonna move to maybe another person while you post your card. I can please repost it. Yeah, I can find. It's not. I can't look it up. It's not showing. It's not showing up here. The story start. Okay, post it again. Yeah, we're having a discard moment. I mean, I see that you're here. You just posted this. Okay, do you just post it? Is it the story starts? Whose is this? Galvin story start, the first Galvin, how he changed. Oh, is this Galvin? Okay, here's Galvin. Thank you very much. Okay, Galvin, Apprentice Artificer. This is a 5 mana, 1/4 human artificer. When Galvin, Apprentice Artificer enters, create Galvin's Prototype, a legendary 3/3 colorless construct artifact creature token with first strike and haste. So basically, you get a 2-for-1 deal. You pay for Galvin, and it comes with a construct. For 3 mana, you exile your Galvin, and as long as he remains exiled this way, you may cast him transform from exile for effectively 3 mana or 4 generic mana. And I guess we turn for that 4 generic mana, we get Galvin Pact Bound. I'll give you a little bit of sound effect. Turned into the Galvin. Still a 1/4, and has tap, sacrifice an artifact. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact card with mana value equal to the sacrifice artifact's mana value, or 1 plus the artifact's mana value. Put that card onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle the rest into your library. Where are we getting that artifact from? No! The Prototype! You didn't live very long. You left us too soon, Prototype. Discord doesn't Zyber. Not always. Super mythic. Oh yeah, the rarity has gone purple. The ultra mythic rarity. Basically, it's borderline a serialized card. To be honest, I don't understand why I have to spend so much mana for the second side. This does not seem that crazy of an ability. Like, you could probably have all this on the front side of the card, or have a much cheaper, like, Galvin. When Galvin enters, create Galvin's Prototype, a legendary 3/3 colorless construct artifact creature token with first strike and haste. You know, somehow I think it doesn't even need to transform. Like, how is this any worse than how is this any crazier than... There's a Simic card that's like this, right? It's like, it was also a 4 mana 2/4, I think. and you also sacrificed cards because he gets bound to another power. It's just purely for flavor. Because I think it could all be on one card. Spending 6 mana to get the transform side of this thing is like really excessive. Super excessive. You do recall purple rarity, yes, in Time Spiral. Oh, was it really purple rarity though? I thought it was just like a regular rare. It would be better to only flip, not exile, and recast so it doesn't get summoning sickness again. Oh, actually, really good point, Marcio. Yeah, the fact that we recast this thing makes this so much worse. But I guess the thing is, it looks like this creature is going on a journey, as you see that it's coming out of a portal. So this is purely like a flavor win. Yeah. Okay, so flavor win is fun. This is a very fair card. Very, very, very fair card. Time shifted cards had a purple symbol. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it had that. It sort of had like a purple halo around the time shifted part. He's going on a journey to nowhere. Well, he came back. That's the most important thing. Okay, next up, we've got... Who's next? We have Corbinek with Omnipresence version 2. Just something silly I made up. Thank you very much for your silly cards. Omnipresence version 2. Oh, this is version 2. Yeah, you guys have like tons of versions out there. Good God. Okay, blue, 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 blue. 3 generic. 8 mana total. Enchantment. Opponents play with their hands revealed. If an opponent targets a permanent, you may change the target of that spell or ability. It must have a legal target. That sounds broken. If you would draw a card, instead search your library for a card and add it to your hand. That is broken! What the hell is this? Even for 8, so basically 8 mana, you tutor something every turn? I don't think this is, there's a couple bingos you missed. Well, you guys are responsible, not me. I mostly ignore the bingo card. The fact that I put anything on the bingo card is just gravy for all of you. New custom keyword being one, there was another. You guys have to announce the bingos. And if you miss it, you miss it. You have to get on another card. Do we have a bingo space for 4+ same symbol in the mana cost? No. I think we used to have something like that a long time ago, but it got bumped up for the other ones. It got a little bumped. Bump-rooney. You missed me announcing it. You did. It's got to be bigger. Bingo. You got to write like in capital letters. Bingo. Bingo. New keyword. Okay. I'm just gonna trust you guys. So we got new custom keyword in there. Oh, we have donos, but the donos have not been redeemed, which means there's definitely gonna be a bingo. The donos are gonna create new free donos. I think the omnipresence is broken. God, this would be so frustrating to play against. I mean, it is 8 mana. It's okay. What basically it says is 8 mana. Anything that targets something is useless, and you get to see everything that they do. Counter this guy with opposition agent? I suppose so. Get a little bit of a counter. There is some means of playing around this card. I guess you can also annul this thing as well. Would you rather this or Omniscience? Well, Omniscience is more mana, right? So for you get a little bit more power for that. I tell you what, make this 10 mana too, and I'll call it fair. It's supposed to be the other half of Omniscience. Oh yeah? What is the other half of Omniscience? Or is it just you're just using Omnipresence? All right, next up. We got the damn draws with the intricate puzzle box. Very intricate. Intricate puzzle. I don't know how to spell puzzle, apparently. Intricate puzzle box. Let me set up some more music. This is show. It's going to go on for a while. Can feel it. It's gonna be a long show. The donos are gonna turn into more donos. The donos are gonna turn into more bingo suggestions. Okay, Intricate Puzzle Box is a 5-mana artifact. Tap, declare a number between 1 and 6 and roll a d6. If the result is the number you declared, this artifact becomes prepared. Otherwise, you lose life equal to the result. You cannot choose a number that was chosen the previous turn. And then you get Black Lotus. This is a really good question. What is the right mana cost for this? So there is a 1 in 6 chance you get a Black Lotus, and a 5 out of 6 chances. What is even the point of this? You should just always name 6. Because that's the... Declare a number between 1 and 6 and roll a d6. You should never choose 1, because if you roll a 6, then you're going to lose that much life, right? Omniscience is 10, this is 8. Yeah, well, I think they should both be 10. 5 mana to ramp mana is quite late. I know, it's... The card is definitely worthless. Like, 5 mana to, like, gamble on a... Like, maybe getting a Black Lotus is not good. And you lose life 5 out of 6 times. Oh, you cannot pick the same number twice in a row? Declare a number between 1 and 6 and roll a d6. If the result is the number you declared, this artifact becomes prepared. Otherwise, you lose life equal to the result. You cannot choose a number that was chosen the previous turn. Good God. So you only have 6 cracks at this, too. You have 6 shots at playing the Intricate Puzzle Box. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this thing, like, more playable. I want to say you could cast it for maybe 3 mana. I don't think 3 mana would break this, because then if you pay 3 mana and then get your Lotus, then you just have 3 mana again, and you just wait another turn to make use of it. I think it can be a 3 mana card. Yeah, I think this could be 3 mana. You aren't locked into only 6 choices? Aren't you? Declare a number between 1 and 6. Oh, so I don't get it. Wait, so what? You can choose 10? Is that what you're trying to say? Declare a number between 1 and 6 and roll it. No, you are locked between 6 choices. 1 and 6. Roll a d6. This is your card, isn't it? There's a 4-mana artifact creature that prepares on ETB. Could also just, like, not make the whiff so punishing. Oh, the whiff is super punishing. The previous turn, not a previous turn. Cannot choose a number that was chosen the previous turn. No, I get it. It says a number between 1 and 6, so you can't choose 12. I know. I don't know what's confusing here. What's the problem? Anyway, I'm going to just say it's fair. The previous turn, not a previous turn. Oh! So you can swap between 6 and 5 is what we're getting. You can constantly choose between 6 and 5. You cannot choose a number that was chosen the very previous turn, the very last turn. So you go like 6 to 5 to 6 to 5. I don't know, it's like a weird, it's like, oh, it's a weird card. Nikachu misinterprets a card. All right. Where do we go here? I have misinterpreted a card. As usual. You can go to any number except to one declared the previous turn. Well, not really. You're an idiot if you choose 1 to 4. That's my problem with the design of this card. It's like you make it sound like you make it sound like you should choose between 1 and 6, but you never should. You know, it's like that meme. I see these memes like how people play the game, or sorry, how do I put it? How engineers designed a game, but then how people actually played it. So like the creator of this card is like, oh, they can choose between 1 and 6, and you know, it's going to be interesting. But in actuality, when you actually play with this card, you're only going to choose 6 and 5 and loop and then flip-flop between the two. Wait, is there some sort of bias for rolling a d6 towards higher numbers? Why haven't I heard of this? It's literally 6 cents of Yu-Gi-Oh. 5 mana, lose 5 life, then 6 life. Exactly. Yeah, like straight up the same reasoning in 6th Sense. Okay, maybe that was inspired by it. The damn draws. Do you like to play some Yu-Gi-Oh over there? Okay, next up we got Gillum with the we got Batman here. Merciful Enforcer. Batman. The Dark Knight. This is a 3 mana 2/2 detective hero. Why is he not human? Like, isn't he like literally a human? He's just a billionaire named Bruce Wayne. The Batarang. What does Bruce Wayne's family do that made him a billionaire? What kind of industry that they get in? I gotta look that up. What made Bruce Wayne a billionaire? Is he just born into wealth? Bruce Wayne became a billionaire primarily through inheriting a massive fortune and controlling interests in Wayne Enterprises, which is what? Family wealth built over centuries, starting with the 17th century shipping and fur trading, was cemented by his preeminence in high-stakes technology, defense, and shipping. Oh, it's a shipping company. You gotta ship things. Wayne Corp makes basically everything in Gotham. I guess what Wayne Enterprises does changes depending on the lore. From his first appearance, a key component of the character was disappearing. Basically, he's Jeff Bezos. Okay. Wayne Enterprises, it's just Amazon for the most part. Okay, Flash. Batarang. When Batman enters or attacks, it deals 2 damage to target creature an opponent controls. And then send to Arkham. If a creature that was dealt damage by Batman this turn would die, exile it and put 2 time counters on it instead. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. Wasn't Batman's like almost entire thing is to not kill anybody? I'm pretty sure, like, okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that Batman kills nobody. And like, if a villain ever died, it was to their own stupidity. So shouldn't like Batman enter the battlefield and stun a creature? And also then therefore the send to Arkham thing never happens? But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I don't remember Batman literally killing anybody, at least in the movies. Yep, that's why it can't kill. Batman doesn't kill, but he definitely maims. Yeah, he maims, he stuns, he knocks unconscious. In the OG, Bruce did kill until the 1960s. Oh my god! Very... Batman is so dark. I'm gonna avenge my parents by killing people. Batman used to have a gun, and he did kill people before the Comics Code Authority made them change that. Okay, so this is classic Batman. Very, very classic Batman. The OG, in fact. They both technically don't die, and they eventually break out. Excellent flavor. But then after the okay, so after 1960s, Batman changed a leaf. He and Superman threatened / joked about killing Robin and Jimmy Olsen before. That's pretty dark. Okay, so that Batman can kill people. This is a pre-1960s card. If a creature that was dealt damage by Batman this turn would die, exile and put 2 time counters on it instead. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. Okay, so even in this card, actually, the card doesn't really technically die. It just gets exiled and then sent to Arkham, but then gets released. Batman can still exile them in MTG. That's true. For everyone else, there's Arkham. Arkham Asylum. I know, like, you know, I watched a lot of Batman movies. I, like, have some rough idea of the lore. Well, I know the movie lore, all right? So I watched the original Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin. Oh, my God. Batman and Robin was the most cringiest Batman of all time. The only thing that we get to keep out of Batman and Robin are the out of context Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes. A lot of great stuff to rip from there. Okay, next up. So this card is okay. It's all fair game here. Marcio with the Death Star. No way. Sure, we will get this at some point. We do. That some point is now. Not a lot of Star Wars cards, I would say, on this show for the most part. Okay, so this is the Death Star. Dawnshire Sunstar Dreadnought. Is that like a real, is that like a card you're inventing here? So legendary artifact spacecraft. Station. It's got station, so plus 10. What is this? A card for Eldrazi's? Plus 10. Whenever you attack, the Death Star deals 100 damage to up to one target creature or planeswalker. One creature or planeswalker? This thing can destroy planets. If it literally should just be like destroy every... It should be like exile all creatures in play and all permanents in play. That's exactly what it should do, except for the Death Star. Plus 20. It's a 20/20 with flying. We've done a bunch of Spaceballs cards. Yeah, Spaceballs. Spaceballs is not quite actual Star Wars. This is just a real card reskinned. Oh, is it? The Dawnshire Sunstar Dreadnought. Oh, like the name sounds familiar. I just don't remember what it did. If it was the real Death Star, though, everything is getting wiped off the battlefield. Everything. Flavor Fail doesn't explicitly doesn't destroy planets. Oh yeah, and you could destroy lands with it. That's right. So it is, yeah, a bit of a Flavor Fail. Okay, we got a cool reskin. We got a neat reskin. We have more $5 super chats. Rose Kitty Uwu. This post by Soka1 looks cool. That's all. Okay, so we got donating to somebody else. You're literally donating for somebody else. All right, that counts as the dono for chat. Which also means that is a bingo. Oh my god, how do I draw a straight line? Can I make it blue? How do I make it blue? There we go. Okay, it's blue. We have one bingo, which means one more freebie at the end of the show. Okay, we go look up what are we looking up? This post by Soka1 looks cool. That's all. This post by Soka1. See the attachment. All right, Soka1, you have a donation courtesy of Rose Kitty Uwu. Hopefully it's not a Rose Kitty Uwu sock account. It's amazing how like 30% of the chat is spamming bingo alert and consistently failing to get spotted. Bingo flavor win from Batman. Do we have a flavor win? Okay, we can get flavor win up there. The problem is you guys are spamming it at the wrong time. Especially when I'm like moving from one card to another. It's like too late. I'm not paying attention to chat when I have... Like, when I have these bingos up, for example, chat is off. Like I'm in a different chat room. It's basically what's happening. Yeah, if you spam too late, you sort of have to spam it while we're talking about it and discussing it. Like what right now. Okay, Karavaki Molten Black Death. This is a 5 mana 4/4 dragon with flying, and it's got aggressive. At the end of your first combat phase this turn, you may untap this creature. If you do, you get additional additional combat phase after this one, and this creature must attack if able. Whenever Karavaki attacks a player, add X mana of any color combination, where X is the number of tapped lands defending player controls. So you get more mana for the amount of mana your opponent has been tapping for. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. When you lose this unspent mana, what do you mean? You mean when you spend it? Karavaki deals that much damage to any target. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana, but when you lose it, then it deals damage. I think it's meant to say when you spend this mana, that special mana, it deals that much damage to any target. Well, for a 5 mana 4, okay, so at the 5 mana 4/4 dragon. At the end of your first combat phase this turn, you may untap this creature. If you do, you get an additional combat phase after this. We're getting a lot of mana here. So we attack, we untap, then we attack again. Is this fair? Bingo alert, learn grammar. Where? Where's the... Maybe I missed it. Whenever Karavaki attacks a player, add X mana of any color combinations where X is the number of tapped lands defending player controls until end of turn. You don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. When you lose this unspent mana, Karavaki deals that much damage to any target. I don't know where the grammar fail is, but I'm not paying close attention. Wait, it literally can't lose the mana since it has Omnath clause. I know. That's why I'm saying, like, it was meant to say when you spend that mana in any combination of colors is the correct formatting, but I don't know if that counts. Of any, oh yeah, I'm not gonna call that a grammatic mistake. I'm gonna call that, I mean, that's as big of a mistake as the when you lose this unspent mana. I mean, the formatting is not proper, but we know what they're trying to say. Are we at 2 hours? We are at 2 hours. All right, see, you people always say I'm not looking at chat. Look, I am looking at chat. I look at chat. I look at chat all the time. No, it's good by me. I can see it. I don't have anything else to say about this. So the only thing I'm concerned about is this is a 1 card, get a bunch of extra turns type of card, and you build up a ton of mana. But there's like a lot of cards, aren't there, around the 5-6 mana mark where you get a bunch of extra turns. So it's not that much different from any other card. You get the advantage of making a boatload of mana, casting cards and blasting people for a ton of damage. It doesn't have haste or anything. You do lose mana at end of turn. You shunt mana burn to another target. Well, do you until end of turn you don't lose mana as steps and phases end. I think you get to float the mana. Steps and phases includes the end phase, so you will not lose the mana at end of turn. But when you lose it works because it states until end of turn. Until end of turn you don't. Oh, does it? Hold on. Oh, until end of turn. You're right, actually. No, sorry about that. Elzaban, you're 100% right. Yeah, it was until end of turn. It's just, it's worded so weird. The whole card is worded weird. Until end of turn, you don't lose the mana as steps and phases end, but we lose the ability at end of turn. You literally just read it. Look, there's a difference between reading it and understanding it with me. That's why we got that bingo. That's why we got that bingo square. Nikachu misinterprets a card. It's the same thing as me not reading the damn card at the same time. You can't tap your own lands to boost that mana burn either. It only works for the ones your opponents have tapped. And your opponents could also have just have their lands untapped if they really want to play around this card. Neat, interesting card. A little bit of work required. Oh no, hold on. No, sorry. We have to go back. You can lose the mana at end of turn, so you can choose to just not do anything. I've completely misunderstood this card from the start. So yeah, when you lose this unspent mana, that's 100% legal. Does this count as too many X? It literally has 2 X's. That's the, in what world is 2 too many? You also misunderstood this thing? I've definitely missed. So it's also possible that this card made complete sense from the start. And I'm just a big bozo. I'm just a big bozo. Surefire sells MTG with Rogurius, the Time Forgotten. Breaking time in a fun way. Rogurius, Time Forgotten. Okay, we've got Rogurius Time Forgotten is a 4-mana 3/6 Elder Human with Vigilance. And for 1 mana, choose target spell, ability, or non-token permanent you control. Change the text of that card by replacing all instances of until end of turn with until your next turn. Oh! Oh, very interesting. It's a decent card. It's decent stats. It's got Vigilance. I don't know why it has Vigilance, to be honest, but I mean, it's okay. Choose target spell, ability, or non-token permanent you control. I have no idea how this breaks anything. Change the text of that card by replacing all instances of until end of turn with until your next turn. So the effect lasts indefinitely. Well, until their next turn. We're all due to stick around just a little while longer. I cannot off the top of my head find out if it's what would break this? Does anyone know off the top of their head? So pump spells can be stacked for longer? Yes. So giant growth now grows for longer. You get more grow for the same 1 mana. You can basically grow all day, all night. Theft? Okay, yeah, you could steal creatures for 2 turns now. I'm really glad this doesn't work with Angel's Grace. Oh yeah, that would really suck. Those cards that preserve unspent mana until end of turn? I suppose so. So the effect is just a little bit longer. Does it break silence? Okay, let's take a look at silence. Silence. Man, too many cards named Silence over here. Your opponents can't cast spells this turn. No, it didn't say until end of turn, though. It just says this turn. I don't think this is an effect that would affect it. Very specifically says replacing until end of turn with until your next turn. Yeah, this turn is not until end of turn. You're sad about that? I'm happy about that. We don't want that to happen. We don't want silence to silence me for any longer. Okay, interesting card. It can it will turn cards that were once completely worthless into something worthful, but also might turn cards that were good into amazing cards. Rose Kitty Uwu apparently donating to somebody with so we're giving Graviga, last dono for a friend. Graviga. Oh, for Banovsky. Donating strictly to Banovsky, I see. Gravity Magic is a black sorcery with tiered. Choose 1 additional cost. Gravity for 0. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Then we got Gravira for 3 mana. Put X -1/-1 counters on each creature, where X is half that creature's toughness rounded up. Or we got Graviga. Quadruple black. Each opponent loses half their life rounded up. I don't think any of these are broken. And what I really like about this card, it actually has somewhat of a useful tiered, like the tier 0, or the first tier for just, you know, pay a black. You get to pick off like 1/1 creatures, or like 1 toughness creatures. And then you can stack it up. For 3 extra mana, you put X -1/-1 counters on each creature. So basically for 4 mana, we've got like a semi-board wipe. And then for 5 mana, we can make our opponents lose half their life. I think it's super balanced. Sneak attack is at the beginning of the end step. Oh yeah, for the last card. True story. That works. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot to say about this. It is a very versatile removal spell. I would almost go as far as to say that the worst mode is the top mode, where each opponent loses half their life rounded up. Because I'm not useless, but I think picking off your opponent's creatures are a little bit more useful. And then once you have a creature in play, so a big creature in play, your opponent will lose all their life eventually. Also, obligatory loses twice that much life. Effects turn this into a kill spell. Yes, that's right. If someone lost that much life, they lose like double that life instead. That definitely would work out like that. So, okay, so this could also theoretically also be a combo card. 5 mana, kill everyone with that bird guy. Okay, now we are going to donos. Okay, who wants a dono? We're in dono territory. Steve Cooper has a dono for somebody, and that somebody is who is what? We've got at least 5 donos in cash. And we've got 1 dono on the bingo card so far. Oops, where am I here? Pedgeman says, I found the perfect effect that would break with the previous card, Unnatural Growth, because you can stack the doublings now. What's unnatural growth? Unnatural growth. And unnatural growth would be 5 mana enchantment at the beginning of each combat. Double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. Oh yeah, like so it just like, well, it wouldn't. No, yeah, it would be really, really strong. That's a really good combo. It's nice combo. Okay, getting back. Okay, who wants? Okay, so Mercenary wants a combo. We got, or it's not a combo. You want a freebie. And that freebie is going to be Post-Traumatic Cavern. Traumatic Cavern. Oh, which version? You want 1.1. Okay, we've got Post-Traumatic Cavern over here, who is it's a legendary land. Oh, why do you have so many words on this land? This is insane. Okay, so skip your draw step. You can't search your library. If a card would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, that card goes outside the game instead. What is this, like Necropotence? Whenever you cast a spell, you lose life equal to that mana value. Landfall, when a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 5 life. Tap, put the top 7 cards of your library into your hand. This sounds, whenever a land enters the battlefield, you gain 5 life. When you cast a spell, you lose life. This is broken. What is going on here? This is just absolutely broken. Can you explain the downside? Is there any downside to this card? You skip your draw step. Who needs it? You have this card. You can't search your library. Who needs that either? If it goes to the graveyard, we don't need... We're drawing 7 cards a turn if we want to. When you cast a spell, you lose life equal to the mana value. But whenever I play lands, I get life. And what is the odds that I like brick on a land? The downside is you missed a land drop. Yeah, basically, it's called sort of like it doesn't tap for mana, so it's not exactly Library of Alexandria. You are not drawing those cards which doesn't trigger dredge. Oh, come on, that is not a downside. This is just severely broken. Anyone would play this damn card. I would easily sacrifice my draw step, being able to search my library or my graveyard to draw 7 cards a turn. Yeah, it's Gristle Land. Danger. Definitely broken. There's really not much to discuss here. The downside, there is no downside to this. It's Necropotence on a land, for crying out loud. You know what would actually make it fair? If you couldn't gain the life. This life gain just negates everything bad about this card. Everything. Okay, next freebie for Kaiser. The Volcation Steam. And these are compliments of Big Mike, giving 4 donos to everybody. Okay, let's go to Kaiser. The Volcation Steam. Sorry, Volcanion Steam. What? Okay, the Volcanion Steam. 4 mana for a 3/3 fire water beast. Whenever you cast a red spell, add a red. Steam Eruption for 2 mana and X. Tap, exert Volcanion. Volcanion deals X damage to target creature. If excess damage is dealt this way, draw X cards where X is that excess damage. Why do we draw extra cards for the extra damage? Isn't that like a thing of... shouldn't be just like trample? Whatever, you design the card. Bingo alert, too much X. Exert deals X damage to our creature. If excess damage is dealt this way, draw X cards where X is the excess damage. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. I feel like 4... Yeah, probably 4X should be enough for the bingo card. There's a lot of double X's. There's some triple X's. 4X, that's on another world. Can X be 2 things on the same card? More or less, yeah. The newest Niv had that effect. Oh, is that right? So this is just like, this is Niv Mezit's pet, the Volcanion Steam. So, now to make matters worse, whenever we cast red spells, we add red, which can help activate our Steam Eruption. I really have nothing against this card. It looks like it has flying, but I guess it doesn't. These are not wings. These are cannons. It's like a Blastoise. Is this another Pokemon? Looks like a Pokemon. It's a fire water beast. I think the word excess should count as an extra X. Shouldn't it be a weird then? You usually need a line break for a different X, wouldn't you? Well, I wouldn't know. Kaiser, a huge fan of the Pokemon. It is a Pokemon. So, and we're exerting this card, so it's got to take a little bit of a break after it's dealt all its damage. Got to take a little nappy poo. So I can approve of this card. Okay, next, what would this show be without a dono to Pedgeman? Pedgeman, what do you got for us today? Scar, the King Usurper. Scar. Oh, like from the Lion King. He was on the freebie one, 2 cards below where you stopped. Well, it was very unlucky for you, I guess. Maybe you shouldn't have had me refresh the page, because by refreshing the page, I ended up getting a bunch of new ones in a different order. You should just let me just roll it on for where I was. Okay, Scar, King Usurper is a 4-mana 4/4 cat warlock. Scar enters prepared. Whenever a creature you control becomes prepared, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. So all our creatures are getting +1/+0 until end of turn immediately. If you are the monarch, they get +2/+0 instead. Oh, that is sick! Be prepared for 3 mana. Sorcery. If there is no monarch, you become the monarch. Creatures you control become prepared. Why is it if there's no monarch? Oh, I see. So if there is no one in play to be the king, you become the king. Scar is from Scarlet Mansion set? No, Scar is from the Lion King. This is the best flavor card of the day already. Unfortunately, we hit the flavor win already. Can't hit flavor win twice. Although this has so much flavor. It's oozing in flavor. This could be a monstrous swing for 1 turn if you have a lot of unprepared creatures. That is true. Big swing. The prepared mechanic allows for stuff like this, and I love it. I love that there can be a monarch, but it's funny. Yeah, okay, yeah, that actually is flavorful. If there's already a king, Scar is not king. But if there's no king, Scar just decides to become the king. It's good to be the king. Turn the world into a wasteland. I'm assuming that was a Lorcana product. Yeah, probably Scar has a Lorcana card. Nikachu loves the Lion King. I had it when I was a kid. I got the movie for Easter. I'm not gonna lie, I've watched it like a billion dozen times. Wouldn't say that, like, I haven't watched it since I was a kid, though, so replay value not quite there. Is there a card where you destroy target creature, then you become the monarch? Ooh. Well, I mean, probably not, but you can create it. Yeah, technically, Scar destroyed the king. Okay, next freebie. We got red. Didn't you get a card? Didn't you literally donate cards? Okay, hold on. We're gonna give to some people who have not got a card at all today, and then if there's any left, hold on. Who else wants a card? If no one else wants a card, then I'm gonna give Razgriz a card. I'm pretty sure there's a few other people who want some donos though. Christopher B got Shadows of the Colossus. Shadows of the Colossus. The 5th. Holy crap, you have 1 million of these. You have like the 15th. Okay, we got Avion the Bird. It's a 7-mana 4/4 flyer. Whenever a creature you control attacks and isn't blocked, put a +1/+1 counter on Avion the Bird. Now, for 1 mana, discard a colorless giant or land card. Avion gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Of course, another, you can't touch this card. I don't even know why it says giant card, because, like, you have an abundance of land. So obviously, like, the lands are going to be easy to discard into this card. You do have to pay 1 mana, though. Discard a colorless giant, which is really specific. Colorless land is easy, though. Gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Avion literally means airplane in Spanish. Guy, it's the bird. I guess it's an airplane bird. It's not quite like a real bird. It looks like it's an airplane in the form of a bird. The other colossi are colorless giants. There are quite a few. Well, don't get me wrong, Razgriz. You can have more cards, but everyone trying to get to everybody else first. People who didn't get a card at all today. Mercenary seems to be like a historian. It was heavily Lion King was heavily marketed for Easter in the mid-1990s, hence why I probably got it. Okay, it's my way of linked synergy that fits with almost nothing else without making up a new type. Okay, that's fine. That's fair. It's a doable card. Put it, you know, attacks. It isn't blocked. It is a very generic vanilla card. You know, anybody can draft this thing. And it will definitely work. Okay, we've got 2 more freebies. This bird survives a lightning bolt. Survives flage as well. I don't know if it survives the second flage, though. Yeah, it doesn't survive 2 bolts. Okay, what other free... Is there anyone else that wanted a freebie? I'm gonna dig into the deep deep into chat here. Okay, I guess we're gonna get your card, Razgriz, the Dahlia, because I don't hear anybody else wanting a super chat. That's fair. They don't want, you want. Okay, the Dahlia. Alright, the Dahlia is a 4-mana demon cremator. Doesn't look like a demon to me. Looks like a waifu. The Dahlia when the Dahlia enters, each player exiles their graveyard. When the Dahlia attacks, each opponent discards cards equal to her power. If they can't, they exile cards from the top of their library equal to the difference. If a card would enter an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. And for 2 mana, pay 1 life, exile the top card of each opponent's library, draw a card. So we have anti-tutor synergy over there. You try to tutor for something? Well, I can exile that card right off the top of your deck. And on top of that, you can't even play it from your graveyard because it's gone. Okay, so hold on. This is like an end. This is like, what is this? Like the ultimate rest in peace? Enters the battlefield, no graveyard, you exile it. When it attacks, each opponent discards cards equal to her power. If they can't, they exile cards from the top of their library equal to the difference. And then if cards would go to the graveyard, it's exiled instead. And again, we're just exiling it. Oh, yeah, why is she the Dahlia? Well, it wasn't capitalized over there. Has new creature type been added? Absolutely. Do you see it here? It ain't here. Hold on, was it there? Oh, there is a new creature type. The cremator. Probably existed many times in the past, and we just never got it. I confuse like the new creature type with the new custom keyword. Okay, I have nothing against this card. It passes. Okay, Pedgeman wants a second card. Pedgeman is starved for cards. It's been like 3 weeks since you got any cards. We got Illidian. Okay, well, if this is a double-sided card, I'm speed running it big time. What is this? Illidian? Illidan Storm Rage. What the hell is this? And slash Thirst for Blood? Where's the Thirst for Blood? I don't see the Thirst for Blood part. Or were you just saying it could be that one or Thirst for Blood? I don't see this Thirst for Blood. Okay, I assume that was just like a second card choice that you had. Okay, Illidan Storm Rage is a 4-mana 4/4 elf demon. Flying, first strike, and trample. When Illidan enters, all prepared creature become unprepared. Wow, we have the anti-prepared card. When Yeah, and then put 2+1/+1 counters. Sorry, put 2+1/+1 counter. Okay, that is definitely a. That is. Do we have no grammar? Is that a grammar fail? That is a grammar fail. We have learned grammar. And that it turns out to be a bingo. All right. Put 2+1/+1 counter on Illidan for each creature that became unprepared this way. If a creature would become prepared, put 2+1/+1 counters on Illidan instead. Yeah, this is a learned grammar part. I have a feeling that was on purpose for sure. Thirst for Blood is another card if you want another card. No, I don't need another card. You are not prepared, so you created a counter prepared card for the prepared mechanic. Next. Okay, so okay, thank you very much for all those super chats, Big Mike. I really appreciate it. We have another actual dono from Surefire Selves. Radioactive Reservoir. Sorry, I was cooking this one during the stream. No problem. Okay, Radioactive Reservoir. It's like toxic waste. Okay, this is 4 mana and an X for an enchantment. When this enchantment enters, each player gets X rad counters. Whenever a player loses life from radiation, that player creates that many colorless artifact tokens named Toxic Waste. At the beginning of your upkeep, you get a rad counter, and for 1 mana tap, sacrifice this artifact. As long as a player has 10 or more rad counters, all damage is dealt to them as though its source had infect. Good God! And 10 rad what is this, like the life getting worse? Because when you have like this many rad counters, you're like milling yourself that much at the same time, right? That does make some sense though. I mean, you should get radiation poisoning from the rad counters. Each player gets X rad counters, so you can basically just, well, I mean, it's expensive. For 14 mana, everyone can start with 10 rad counters. What would kill you first, the poison counters or milling yourself out? Oh, yeah, you can also proliferate it, yeah. It's the Fukushima water they put in the ocean. Yeah, at least it hits everybody. Yeah, when a player loses life from radiation, that player creates that many colorless artifact tokens with toxic waste. Wait, it's a huge flavor win, I'll give you that. Very neat. Where are you guys for the other freebies? Okay, we're now at we're now at the bingo part. We have 2 freebies from the bingo card. One is going to Penobsky, and I guess, well, we're not done yet. We ain't done yet. Okay, so one will go to Benovsky and one will go to Pyrefox. Bingo, there's a completed bingo on the, there's no completed bingo card. Okay, so, okay, let's get Benovsky's Scholar of Nothing. Didn't know that was something you can be a scholar of. It's another one with nothing. Is this, we're going to prepare ourselves for nothing? 2 mana for a 1/1 human wizard. When you draw a card, this creature becomes prepared. Whenever you discard a card, each player loses 2 life. Whoa! What? No, this is broken. This has to be supremely broken. Whenever you draw a card, this card becomes prepared. You can draw it immediately. Oh no, but you discard your hand. Discard a card. Each player loses 2 life, including you. I don't know. Okay, maybe this is fine. You missed a bingo second column. Oh, is there? Oh, there is. Okay, there's 3. Okay, there's 3 bingos left. Okay, this is the first of 3. That's right, I missed the second bingo. Okay, I can't tell if this card's supremely broken or supremely fair. It's one of the two. I just don't like the idea of, well, you do have to wait a whole turn to get this thing enabled. And you don't really want to play this very early on in the game. This is more of a late game card, but at that point, you won't have that many cards to discard. I suppose it's a fair card. Good for well, it might be good for a Madness deck. The problem is you're like going super all in. Like even a Madness deck doesn't want to dump their entire hand. And like when you do dump your hand, you need a lot of mana to like at least play all your Madness cards. It's probably okay, you know where this is good? It's probably Dredge. It's still good for Dredge. Dredge might even play this card. Nah, they probably won't play this card, but it would probably best suited for dredge, where you smash your opponent for a ton of life, pass the turn, then start dredging and attempt to win the game. Yeah, still kind of bad, like 1 with nothing. So funny, we still can't break 1 with nothing, even when we're trying to break it. Oh, this thing is called the Scholar of Naught. Okay. Probably some combo kill. You got to explain how it works. I don't know how easy it is. Okay, we're now at... Okay, let's get... What is it? Sure. Pyrofox wanted a card. Can I get the Ultimate King of Preparedness? People love your prepared cards. Everyone got, like, the idea for preparing from the Secrets of Strixhaven set. Ultimate King of Preparedness. Can just spam I-Beam as long as you have mana. Okay, we got the Illidan Storm Rage for 6 mana. It is a Elf Demon Warlock with... It's a 5/5 creature with I-Beam. Sorry, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's got flying. Illidan Storm Rage is always prepared. Is that a flavor win somewhere? Is this guy from a game or something? Other creatures can't become prepared. Okay, that's... So it's a hate card versus the other prepared creatures. And it's got I-Beam for 2 mana and double X. Destroy target non-land permanent with mana value X. So you can always play this card. Destroy target non-land permanent with mana value X. So you just perpetually have a removal spell here. Seems like a very unfun card to play against. It's from Hearthstone, I think. Was it like a Hearthstone card that turned everything else off? Bingos are offline now. The bingos can't turn into more bingos. Yes, Nova, you can have the last freebie. Originally, he was World of Warcraft. Okay, I'll give you also one freebie, Dr. DCA. Since I gave an extra freebie to what's their name? I gave a few double freebies. I don't know where you guys were before. I'm calling it, who wants a freebie? Who wants a freebie? Who wants a freebie? And then all of a sudden, it's Pegman and Pegman got a second one. I knew there's a bunch of you that didn't even get your first one. Okay, it's from Warcraft. I have no idea if this is good. Or, like, I don't know. My biggest concern is you get to I-Beam every single turn, and you just blow something up every single turn. But, I mean, it's just a creature that can die anyway. Okay. And it only hates on other prepared cards. I'll give it a... there's no tapping for prepared spells, but you will run out of mana, theoretically. Sort of. Okay, next up. Nova, the Space Wolf. Hex Tech Anomaly. Ooh, we have an arcane card. Anomaly. Or I guess I should say this is a League of Legends card. This is a 6 mana artifact. It's gold. Okay, which is a little bit weird for an artifact. It's got the gold border. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, reveal the top card of your library until you reveal an instant or sorcery as mana value 6 or greater. Create an exiled copy of it. Until end of turn, you may sacrifice Hex Tech Anomaly to cast that copy from exile without paying its mana cost. Shuffle all cards revealed this way into your library. Interesting. So basically, you're spending 6 mana to get something random on your next turn, like borderline random. I understand you can like stack the top of your deck, and it has to be 6 or greater. Create an exile, and so basically you get to cast it. So this is a way of cheating out bigger cards. I think this is pretty neat. It's just, it looks like it's a sorcery because it's got a gold border on it. This could be better worded. Yeah, probably. The target changes each turn. Until you reveal an instant or sorcery with mana value 6 or greater, create an exiled copy of it. Until end of turn, you may sacrifice Hex Tech Anomaly to cast that copy from exile without paying its mana cost. Shuffle all cards revealed this way into your library. Well, you have to sacrifice the artifact, right? Nikachu is good at magic, so good he's undefeated. Definitely not. As much as I would like to be undefeated. All right. Now, lastly, Dr. DCA, where is your card? You didn't cross one of the bingos. Is there another bingo here? 1, 2, 3. That's it. There's only 3 bingos. Or maybe I'm going too far back into chat. Dr. DCA, where is your bingo? Where's your card? You want a card? I don't see it here, though. Oh, found it. There we go. Do nothing toolbox. Do nothing toolbox. It's a toolbox for 1 mana. It's a 1 mana artifact. Tap, choose 0 or more. Good God, there's a lot of abilities on this for 1 mana. This has got to be a Titanic sound effect moment. Choose 0 or more, flip a coin, or roll a d20. Choose a color or number or name a card. Put a +1/+1 counter and a -1/-1 counter on target permanent or player. So these are just, all these things do nothing. Scry 0, add 0. You gain that much life. Search your library for a card, reveal it, and shuffle it back into your deck. That last ability is stronger than you think. Okay, so all of this was complete nonsense until we got to the last card. I'll tell you why. If you know what's on top of your deck, you have a free shuffle effect every single turn, right? Choose 0 or more. So like at the end of the day, you also are targeting something. Some of these are useful. To put a +1/+1 counter on a creature at least targets a creature. Or no, hold on. Yeah, on target. Yeah, you still target something. Yeah, most of them do nothing. Free shuffle is good. So we have a 1 mana shuffle effect. I don't know how you use the flip a coin or roll a d20 though. I mean, there are some cards I guess trigger off those. Okay, so you know what? Joke's on me. The thing is literally called Do Nothing Toolbox. Card of doing a bunch of nothing, yet doing sort of something. Hardened Scales still works with mode 3. That's right, actually. Put a +1/+1 counter. So you might net a counter on it on top of it. House likes it. All right, this is actually ends up being an actual card at the end of the day. Very nice way to end the show. All right, well, that's it for today's show. Thank you very much, my coffee crew, for showing up today, as usual. Remember, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who still supports the show, despite me being on vacation for borderline 3 weeks. You come back anyway, and come back strong. Look, this was a 2.5-hour show. Maybe I should bring the custom card shows back every single week. You guys love the show more than anything. We also have to thank everybody. Of course, we have to thank everyone who's a patron, a member on YouTube, or all the super chatters that make the show possible. It keeps running because of viewers like you. But most importantly, we also have to thank everyone who's here in general. People like Kano, Novo, the Space Wolf. We have Pyrofox Jess. We have Draconic, Mercenary Christopher B. Jess again, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.